How'd that sound? It probably didn't sound very good. Hold on. This boom arm is terrible. I know I keep saying I'm gonna get a better audio setup. I've just not done it yet. I've not done it yet. I gotta get on it. I've been lazy. So, until then, this is the boom arm that I have. Break out those wallets. Zesty requires sustenance. I mean, sustenance. Yeah, it's, bills are due, so, I'm streaming. It's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. Just for the record. People get so salty that I ban one weapon on my servers. So just for you, I'm gonna rotate a different ban like every month. This month is gonna be the Vaccinator, and then next month I'm gonna ban a random weapon. I'm not even gonna announce what it is, just to keep pissing you guys off. This month is the Vaccinator. Next month, who knows? It could be anything else. And it's also gonna include, like, I'm gonna ban stock weapons too. Like, it could be a stock weapon. I could just ban, like, the rocket launcher. And then it just forcefully defaults you to the direct hit or something. I have to, like, spin a wheel. It's also so funny that people get, like, really, really mad that, like, oh, Zesty, your servers aren't vanilla anymore. It's one weapon. Relax. And then I see like people, it's so funny because they develop these weird schizophrenic theories. They reach out to me in DMs like borderline panicking. Like, oh, it's not gonna stop there. It's not gonna stop there. Then you're gonna ban the sniper, and then you're gonna put class limits, and then you're gonna put the round timers back on. And like, it's whoa. Relax. It is really funny to watch. I have to say, it's really funny. You should do something against Discord parties? Well, we have team scrambles for that reason. It breaks up a party pretty easily. Almost as though the party system fucking sucks in the vanilla game. No, I am actually gonna ban Sniper, and after I ban Sniper, I'm gonna ban every class until all we have left is the Spy. And then I'm gonna ban all of his weapons except the Enforcer, and then that's just how my servers are going to be. It's gonna be completely Enforcer-based, and nothing else. No other weapons, no other classes, just Spy with the Enforcer. You can't even disguise. You can't even go invisible. You can only use the Enforcer, and nothing else. That's like the clear end game I have, and also Never Goon, yes indeed. Indeed, never goon, or always goon. I don't judge. So it's a CSGO server now? Yeah, I guess so. See, I had to turn Spectate off because cheaters were, like, just getting in Spectate mode, and, like, I don't have an admin haunting my servers 24/7, so people can just camp out in Spectate mode and mic spam and shit, and you can't kick them. I've yet to find a plugin that lets you kick people that are hiding in Spectate mode, and until something like that is found, or if it's made, then Spectate mode is off on my servers. I've not been able to find a plugin where you can kick people in Spectate mode. That'd be nice to have. Thing is, yeah, you can mute them, but the problem is that they then occupy a server slot, which is aggravating, and then you just can't kick them. 50 damn bucks, thank you, I really appreciate that. You are too kind. Goddamn. Anna, thank you so much, I really appreciate that. 50 fucking dollars, I'm just talking into a microphone. Good God. And then 50, what the fuck? That is honestly too kind of you, really. Like, seriously, thank you. I cannot, that's, man. What is wrong with y'all? Seriously, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but for whatever reason, people keep just throwing money at me. and amongst other means of support, don't feel obligated to send me money. I don't ask for it. but I receive it kindly, and I cannot thank you enough. But I just make videos and talk about this video game, and people just do that for some reason. Thank you. Extremely kind of you. How's my favorite fossil? I am not that old. Stop it. I'm not that fucking old. God. I feel obligated to turn my web camera on now. Turbine delay counter is already at a total of 17 years. Please extend it by another 3. No, yeah, the counter is just gonna keep going. Don't worry, the counter is just gonna keep going. Where's my... What the fuck? My background is gone. I probably made a mistake of turning my webcam on. My hair is a disaster area. It's still wet. I took a shower like an hour ago, and it's still drying off. Where's my desktop? What happened here? Hold on. I don't know what happened. I updated OBS, and, oh, there we go. That was weird. I just had to refresh the source. I don't know what that was about. Strange. Every time I update OBS, something breaks. I don't know why. What do I mean, summer update? You know, the update that's coming out for summer. That's coming out very soon, actually. Likely very soon. So, from my sources, and from the information that I've seen, the update's probably gonna come out this week or next week. They chose items back in May, and I've seen several signs that maps have been chosen. I haven't had really hard confirmation of that yet, but I've seen a few of the common signs that indicate that they have been chosen. So, it's not 100% verified, but it seems like they've been chosen, so we should see the update come in the next week or two. This week's probably too soon, because they chose the maps late last week. So, if they were chosen late last week, this coming week's probably too early, so it's probably gonna be the week after. That's my guess, probably by Thursday or Friday. So, next week will probably be the update. That's my guess. I don't know any of the maps. Like, I haven't even been... There's not even, like, a rumor of what maps have been chosen. So, I don't know. I got nothing. Time will tell to see what we get. But no, yeah, I feel like the update's gonna be mediocre. I know I don't like, I try to have a positive outlook on the game. Given recent events with Valve, you know, actually doing some good stuff for the game, like unmuting free-to-plays and dealing with the bots and what have you. So I have hope for this game again because of those two very significant actions. But when it comes to the content they select, I tend to not have a lot of optimism with their decision making. So, yeah, I hope we don't get 10 maps again, or like even 8 or 6 is too many. Like 1 or 2 would be enough. That'd be great. But they're probably gonna toss six or more into the game again. I made a bingo card, by the way. I could show. Where's my bingo card? Where is my bingo card? There it is. There it is. Here's my lovely, lovely bingo card. Zoom out. We have the bingo card at the ready. So these are my predictions for what we're gonna get. Oh, am I lagging? I haven't got any drop frames, so... Am I good now? Can you hear me? Hold on, maybe my... Am I good? The audio is cutting in and out. Am I, like, what's going on? Is it just the audio? I don't fucking know what's going on. I love... Well, let me, like, unplug the microphone. Hello? There we go. Is that better? Does it seem fine? Am I good? Am I fine now? Okay, good. There we go. It seems like, I mean, everything's fine on my end, and my audio is going in through OBS, so it seems like YouTube is shitting the bed. Maybe change the quality of the stream, set it to be lower. That seems like and I'm not dropping any frames, No drop frames. My audio's coming in clear, so I don't know what the issue is. It looks like it's something wrong with YouTube. Seems to be something wrong with YouTube, so blame Google on that one. Anyhow, here's my bingo card. We can go through each one. We can go through each one. I mean, anchors. It's gonna be the offshore update. Like it's gonna be an entire update of offshore where you're gonna see at least by my guess, it's gonna be like 40% of the content from the update's gonna be coming from offshore. That's my guess, because I think Valve only dipped their toe into the well of content that came out of the Tropic Crisis project from last week. Not last week. Yes, last week. No, last year. I think they just dipped their toe into that one. They were kind of like feeling it out to see how much they could get away with. And I have a nagging suspicion that they're gonna throw in a lot more from the offshore update this time around. And knowing the items that Valve looked at, because, you know, whenever, this is a fun fact, by the way, and I can get away with saying this because you can't know which workshopper told me. And at least 10 tell me about this shit. I have many a source. But whenever an item is viewed by Valve, that shows up on workshopper statistics as like an administrative view, where Valve looked at their item. It doesn't mean they chose the item, it means they looked at it. And so we know some of what Valve looked at. As always, it's a mixed bag. And when they did indeed look at quite a few offshore items, including some non-offshore items. But I have a nagging suspicion that it's going to be a lot of offshore stuff. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. I think it's going to be a lot of stuff. Isn't that done by hiding styles so only Valve can see them? That is I do believe that is part of it, yes. Like, items that have multiple styles that are hidden, they can only be viewed by Valve, and so if you see them get a view, that means someone at Valve looked at the item, so that's one way you can tell that Valve looked at your shit. Yeah. Hidden views or whatever it's called. But, yeah, so given that it's it's gonna be the offshore project update, we're gonna get at least one anchor. An anchor of some kind, just a straight up anchor on the model. You know, like a pocket anchor or like an anchor badge, or you're gonna see an anchor somewhere on a mercenary. It doesn't matter how big or small, we're gonna get an anchor. That's how it's gonna go. And then VIP mode, that's my next guess. I feel like, okay, so I've said my opinion on VIP mode multiple times, and I really don't think VIP mode is appropriate for the vanilla game. It's a fun, cool game mode, much like versus Saxton Hale, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean that it's appropriate for the vanilla game. Not to mention, Valve very intentionally avoided adding the VIP game mode into Team Fortress 2 for several very clear and obvious reasons, and probably the biggest one being that when someone gets the VIP, they become covetous of it. They don't want to let it go, so they intentionally throw the game and like try to not die and hang back in order to be able to keep the power up. And so that's going to slow the game down and fuck things up, and there's really nothing you can do to prevent a player from hogging the power up that turns you into the VIP. That's like the big major flaw with any kind of game mode like that. I mean, you witness the same thing happen with Carrier and the Halloween game mode, the Halloween map that turns you into a giant, right? People intentionally hog the power up and try to not die. Crasher, that's what it's called. Thank you. And yeah, so that's going to be a big problem. Crasher, it's kind of mitigated because you have two giants, one on each team, and so they fight each other, and that does heavily mitigate it. But when you only have one power up, that becomes a problem. And then, you know, people fight over it and hog it. It's very disruptive to the gameplay inside of an already, you know, inappropriate game mode for the vanilla game. So that's like the major flaw with it. And then that branches off into like the second but still tangentially related problem with the VIP game mode is that a human is now the objective. And that's generally not a good idea in any video game, especially Team Fortress 2, which was very intentionally designed for humans to not be the objective, right? The closest analogs we have to a human objective are player destruction, but when you kill someone, they drop a non-player entity that can be picked up, right? And then when you pick up that entity, you yourself become a target. There's no greater incentive to hold on to the player destruction souls other than the health regen. And then you have capture the flag. But with capture the flag, the only incentive when you have the flag is to get the fuck away and try not to die. Like you don't want to have the flag for long because you are now the target, the primary target, and that encourages you engaging with the objective and encourages you to actually play the game, right? Because you're being ushered along by the fact the entire enemy team is now hunting your ass down. So that mitigates it. It's not something that is exactly covetous other than trying to pursue the objective, right? VIP is the polar opposite, where when you have the VIP, it's a unique mechanic that is fun, and you get to engage with it and play with it, and you don't want to give that up because then you're just not going to get to play with it again. There are reasons to try and hold on to it and keep playing with it for as long as possible, which again makes it covetous. People don't want to die, so they hang back, which inhibits the progression of the game mode. It's just not a good fit for Team Fortress 2. Not a good idea. Versus Saxton Hale suffers from this markedly less because it's 1 versus 23. But I also think versus Saxton Hale is also not appropriate for vanilla Team Fortress 2 because it's Saxton Hale versus 23 players. It should be red versus blue. Simple as that. I don't like that at all. Hey, old man, I'm guessing Social Security hasn't kicked in yet. Here's some money for bills. Stop it! Enough! I am not that old. Leave me alone. I hate it. Yo, people, it's Mr. Worldwide here. Hello, Gary. My Mexican, Bosnian, Canadian friend. How are you? Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to VIP mode, it's become so big. It's become so popular inside of the vocal spheres in Team Fortress 2 that I really can't imagine that Valve is going to ignore this one. I have a nagging suspicion that Valve is going to pick it, simply because of how big it's become. I hope they don't. I hope they preserve what little integrity this game has left, but I have a nagging suspicion that they are going to choose some of the VIP maps, and it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be messy, which is why the next square is VIP mode's gonna fucking break. Like, something's gonna break inevitably. It happens every time they add a new game mode. So if that happens, it'll fucking break apart. Yeah. Did I get my pension yet? Guys, please stop it. The mobster's coming, baby. Joey, I hope not. I really hope not. It's really something that should remain inside of community servers. And then if something like the VIP game mode gets in, like, we already have Saxton Hale. And, like, I really don't want this to be the precedent for future updates. And Blue Pander put this far more eloquently than I could have ever done, where TF2 is just becoming what specific individuals want it to become. It's now becoming their own game, like with whatever game mode they deem appropriate, and then they make it, and because they belong to a very small, niche, and tight-knit group of map creators, Valve will consistently choose their content, and so they have the primary amount of control over what gets put in the game or not. Because, like, the level of entry into mapping, especially for Team Fortress 2, is extremely high. It is extremely difficult to learn mapping and to be able to make your own stuff. And so when we already have this very well-established group of people making all of the maps that Valve consistently picks from, they have the highest amount of control over what gets selected because they're the ones that make it and they're the ones that Valve chooses from. So, yeah, it is unfortunate that TF2 may continue becoming what these players want TF2 to become, with, again, the primary incentive of earning a paycheck, right? Because they're doing this for money, first and foremost. Everything else comes second. Maybe, maybe not. We successfully fought off those prop hunt maps last year. Thing is, prop hunt was so extreme. Prop hunt was so extreme and just fucking terrible. It was incomplete. They rushed it out. Like, there were a lot of reasons for Valve to not add prop hunt because it just played like shit. There was a very vocal backlash against it because of how shit it was. You know, no thanks to me. And so Valve ignored it because they knew it was controversial, I suspect. Like, people need to remember, like, when it comes to Valve, they very much have their finger on the pulse of what's going on with their games. Like, people think Valve doesn't pay attention, or Valve, like, just kind of exists in a vacuum and then kind of pokes their heads out every now and again and goes, oh yeah, let's throw some stuff in this game. No, Valve pays attention. Like, they have people hired on to specifically pay attention and keep their finger on the discourse surrounding all their games. Like, I guarantee you they do that. Given, you know, more of an internal look into how Valve works from that thread of tweets from that Valve employee, kind of like discussing how heavily they control their public image and how they go well out of their way to communicate with people and interact with people that have impact over their public image. They absolutely keep an eye, or at least one finger on the pulse of what people are saying about their games. Trump did cuts to Social Security. Here's a bit more, please. Stop it. Oh my god. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 31 next month, but I'm fucking 30. Please. Hope the plans to bring back Quickplay did not go away. No, don't worry. I am working on a video about bringing back Quickplay or fixing casual mode. Does it like this is the thing, man. This is the only reason. There's two reasons why bring back Quickplay has become contentious, right? Well, probably three big reasons why Quickplay has become contentious. One big reason is that half of the players playing TF2 right now started playing TF2 after Meet Your Match. They simply do not know what Quickplay was, do not know how it functioned, and so when they're presented with a system they're unfamiliar with, naturally they're gonna raise an eyebrow to it and go, what the fuck is this? I don't know what this is, why would I support this, right? That's hurdle number one. Hurdle number two is that it's coming from me. Like, I have to acknowledge that my own notoriety is not helping with any kind of potential movement we could have to improve the game. Given that my name's attached to it, I'm the most vocal person that's been calling for it with like the largest platform that's been calling for it. That does not help. So it's already viewed as like the Chud movement. It's viewed as it's like the Chudling initiative that the more socially acceptable spheres are kind of repulsive to because they don't want to touch it. And also all these other guys, they kind of avoid any kind of negative talk about the game because talking negatively about the game brings in negativity into their work and their what have you, and that has an impact on their viewership. It makes people mad. It's in their best interest to not speak negatively about how the game is being handled, short of things like bots or what have you. Beyond that, they're too tepid to do so. Right, so there's that factor. Hope this helps with the Social Security cut. Stop it! Quickplay Boomer. I will happily own that title of Quickplay Boomer. No, yeah, and then the third problem with this, right? The third problem is that when a lot of people are saying bring back Quickplay, the first thought is a complete and hard reversion immediately back to the previous system. And you have a small group of people that are kind of twisting that to make it seem as if though we don't want any improvements to Quickplay, or that we won't take a couple of the good things that casual mode gets right. You know what I mean? Like, they just automatically assume that we will stop for nothing less than a complete 100% hard reversion, exactly one for one, right? Like, that's obviously not what we're asking for. What we are asking for is taking the 95% that Quickplay got right? The 95% of shit that Quickplay got right, fix a couple of things it wasn't very good at. For example, you know, voting for maps, it was kind of clunky in that regard. And then we take the 5% that casual mode somehow managed to figure out, for example, and most of these things don't really impact how the gameplay functions, right? Like a ping filter in the default game search is nice. No one is asking to remove that, for example, right? The party system can still functionally exist with Quickplay, just that you wouldn't be able to be placed all on the same team, but you still get to be put all into the same server, right? So the party system can still functionally exist, and not being all placed onto the same team is really the only sacrifice that's needed to bring Quickplay back and to have an overall better experience, right? You still all get to play together on the same server, right? With a larger party, that's fine, but you just can't be all thrown on the same team. And, yeah, that's about it. And, like, the things that Quickplay didn't really get right, for example, like the map vote, the old map voting system, as great as it was very clunky. You could only vote for one map at a time. That's not really streamlined, and it got a little bit annoying to have a whole bunch of votes pop up as you played. So, like, the solution for that is to take a common source mod map vote, which shows you 4 maps and then the option to extend the round timer, and that's it. One vote, boom, done, right? That's a very simple adjustment to Quickplay that greatly improves it and cuts down on the amount of vote spam, right? Just very simple, small changes like that that would be greatly appreciated in a quick play type reversion. And then, like, the contentious part about this, right? The contentious part about this is, like, quick play and fixing casual mode are the exact same things. Like, we're all asking for the same thing here, right? We can call this whatever we want. You can call this bring back quick play, you can call this fixing casual mode. It doesn't fucking matter, it's all the same result. We want to fix the fucking game so it plays better. And the way to do that is make it behave more like it did prior to meet your match. Again, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. You can keep calling it casual mode. It doesn't fucking matter. The name doesn't matter. It's just fixing how the game works. And that's the video I'm working on, and it'll be done as soon as possible. It'll be done as soon as possible. No, yeah, and I mean, the skill-based matchmaking system would be immediately removed. The skill-based matchmaking system literally breaks the game in more ways than one. And so that would be removed immediately, and then the team selection screen would be put back instead. Like, that's just... Like, that one change would monumentally improve the quality of TF2 alone. The removal of the matchmaking system, putting back the team selection screen, that would be fucking amazing. Like, that's it. But then all the other extra shit that has to come along with it, like, long map timers, team scrambles, what have you, ad hoc connections via the server browser, things like that, right? Thank you for directing me to such a good community. The new Cutthroat Kaiman looks amazing. Thanks to you guys. There you go. Nice. I'm happy you made improvements to that Warpaint. People keep bringing up Social Security. So here's 5 euros. Also, what would the main benefits for TF2 be if Quick Play were to be implemented back in? If Quick Play was returned to Team Fortress 2, players would have all of the autonomy and freedom they once had to engage with the game at their own pace. They wouldn't all be funneled into, as Richter put it, the convenient familiarity of a dysfunctional matchmaking system. They would be allowed to join the game via Quick Play. They would have the show servers option, where they could filter their... They would be presented with a unique list of maps tailored just for them, based on game mode, based on map, based on, 32-player servers, or no random crits. All of those freedoms would come back. Valve servers back in the server browser, ad hoc connections so you can search for any Valve server you desire and join it directly if you don't want to fuck with Quick Play. And then also being able to ad hoc off of your friends through Steam, so you can avoid the party system if you desire. Being able to play with or against your friends. Longer periods of playtime, so you're not shortened to 5-minute play sessions because the fucking matchmaking system does not work, and games are limited by 2 short rounds. Fuck that shit. Team scramble, so in the event of heavily unbalanced teams, which always happen inside of Team Fortress 2, teams have a chance of getting evened out, and so people will keep playing the game instead of leaving the server and requeuing for a new game, which only causes for teams to constantly bleed players over and over again, resulting in an endless cycle of one-sided stomps, which fucking blows. Yeah, that's just a few benefits that we would get back. Like, there is no serious argument in favor of casual mode. The only anti-quick play discourse we find are people shitting on quick play because they have no arguments in favor of casual mode other than you can pick your maps. That's all they have. You can pick your maps and that's it. Everything else is indefensible. Also, $50 more. Jesus, I love Arby's. Okay, I had a plan for that, actually. I'm gonna go to Arby's tomorrow because I have to go do a drug test, and while I'm out, I'm gonna go pick up Arby's, and I'm gonna eat it on stream because I've actually never had Arby's. I thought I did. I've never had Arby's, so I'm gonna go get Arby's and I'm gonna try it on stream for everyone to enjoy. So that should be fun. It'll be an Arby's official mukbang slop diary. I think is gonna be a fun idea. It'll be a great idea. Just want to tell you that I am alive and gay. Listen, I am happy that you are alive and I am happy that you are gay. Good for you. No, I'm not gonna eat it at Arby's. I'm gonna bring it home. I'm not gonna. It's kind of rude. This is my opinion about IRL streams. If you're in a public place, by default, you're kind of being a nuisance. Especially if you're like being loud. Like if you're being quiet, you're keeping to yourself and kind of walking in the street in a very open public place and you're not bothering people. that's okay. But if you're doing like a live stream inside of a restaurant or like at a show or in a store and you're being a nuisance, like it's just, you're fucking annoying. Go away. Jesus. Why do I have the Dahmer glasses? I don't know. These are, I've had these fucking blue light glasses for probably almost 10 years now. And they're holding up pretty well. The hinges are a little loose, but I could use a new pair. What style of glasses should I get if I get a new pair? What do y'all think? I do need a new pair of blue lights because these are still in good shape, but I would like a fresh pair at some point. I mean, these are aviator style. You know, they have like the aviator shaped lenses, so I could go with square frames. I can go with Coke bottle frames. Cat's eye glasses? What's a cat's eye glasses? Not familiar with that one. Walter White glasses? Oh, Lord. Can I send you my warpaint and I can look it on stream? Probably, you know, save it because I'm gonna do a workshop stream. I'll probably do a workshop stream either Thursday or Friday, I think. So save it for then, and I will look at it then. Secretary glasses. Riddick's goggle glasses. I mean, those are cool, but they would make my head hurt. I don't think I'd want to wear a strap around my head the entire time I stream. It would not be a cozy experience, like at all. Not a fan of the idea. Not a fan. Judd Jack glasses. God damn it. Oh, I gotta browse my options. I gotta browse my options. Rose tinted glasses, indeed. Anyways, so as I'm gonna keep going through the squares. I feel bad, like, oh, yeah, I don't have much to talk about today. Let's keep going through what my predictions for the summer update here. So, grotesque anatomy. We're gonna see some Lovecraftian horror modeled over the fucking mercs like we got last year with the summer update. We're gonna get like meat stick arms. We're gonna see those hideous Popeye arms. Why are people obsessed with competitive games now? Extremely clever marketing. Extremely clever marketing. Because if you can market your video game as a sport, right? You can market your video game as a sport. That heavily entices for people to engage with it and get good at the game because then they can win money. And it gets like people really hyped up, you get the camaraderie around it, and that just became like the industry standard. Everyone was chasing for the next big esport. And because, you know, if they can make a Counter-Strike as big as football, that's billions of dollars, and Valve has successfully made CSGO, CS2, whatever, a multi-billion-dollar name for themselves from which they earn billions of dollars, and everyone started chasing that dream of making their game the next NFL. So extremely clever marketing, and dumping a bunch of money into video games and trying to prop them up as a sport, which Blizzard did with Overwatch for years. They pumped so much money into Overwatch in order to make it an esport, and then it's kind of pathetic to see it kind of fall out and die with a whimper, like it did. So, yeah, very, very clever marketing. Marvel Rivals marketing, from all I've seen, is doing the Overwatch thing of adding hot women. It works. You put a sexy lady in your game, you know what? I'll be enticed to do it. I see the fucking, you know, it got that Deadlock game coming out. You know, they got some pretty ugly ladies in that one. They throw a sexy beast in that game. I'll play fucking Deadlock. The only thing they got going for it in terms of sex appeal is the fucking gargoyle. The fucking fat ass gargoyle. I'll play the game for that one. Big sexy gargoyle lady. I'll do that one for you. Beyond that, no sexy ladies. I'm not sold yet on Deadlock. Haven't been sold yet on that one. Shut up. That is the last thing I wanted to read in my chat. Jesus. Shit. Nah, I'm not gonna play Deadlock. It's not the game for me, it seems. Thoughts on Territorial Control? Is it alright, or is it time to scrap my Territorial Control map? I think Territorial Control is fine. The game mode itself is good. The problem is that Hydro is really fun. Let me just say that right away. Hydro is very fun. It's a very good map once you learn it. The problem with Hydro is that you have multiple stages that are reused, and so when a relatively inexperienced player gets put on the map, their confusion is, oh, I used to be able to go this way, oh, suddenly now I can't. So now I have to go this completely different direction, and that can be kind of confusing for players. Once you learn the map, it's not a big deal, but initially it's not very welcoming for new players, which is why it tended to be and still is kind of an unpopular map. But it's so popular with old heads that have been around for a long time because they've had the time to learn the map, and once you learn the map, it is actually fun. Personally, I enjoy it. I like it a lot. And Hydro tends to work a lot better when you have a full server or 32 players. It's great. Hydro in casual mode is dead. No one touches Hydro in casual mode because it's been shoved into the bottom of the list inside of alternative game modes. So if they figure out, you can make a territory control map where the readability is a bit more clear, right? Where like, okay, you can't go this way right now. Now you have to go this way, right? Because, you know, a whole bunch of arrows pointing in a direction, that does help. But, you know, clever things of doing it, you know, like this problem was solved in multi-stage maps, right? Like, let's say Gold Rush, right? Where when you leave the spawn, the old part of the map is technically behind you, but the way you spawn, you're immediately spawned in the direction you need to go. And then if you turn around, there's a big fucking gate next to your spawn going, you can't go this way, sorry, right? Like, the clear directionality is set very early on, and then you just go, right? But with territory control, you walk out into this big open space, and you go, oh, right, that way, and that can be a bit hiccupy for newer players. Again, once you learn it, it's not a problem, but it's not easy to pick up on, not as easy as more linearly designed maps with clear pathways, right? And that's something that's been lost on a lot of modern TF2 map design, is clear pathways and good. Like, I know linearity is like, it often comes off as a bad thing, but like, I should replace that with like clear pathways. Like, this is where you need to go to get to the objective, right? That kind of thing. Instead of adding like a whole bunch of like spaghetti snaking pathways that are kind of occluded by map props or poor lighting or what have you. It's not like a big go this way direction, right? Because if you play older TF2 maps, just naturally the way they're designed and their layouts, like there's a big natural flow saying, go this way. This is where the objective is, right? Without having to throw a whole bunch of signs and shit, literally pointing you in that direction, you know? A lot of maps do use that, don't get me wrong, but Hydro is fun. I love Hydro. Very much so. Have I ever played Pokemon? No, not really. I'm not big on Pokemon. So, it's not the game for me. I tried Pokemon Ruby. I tried Pokemon Ruby on the Game Boy Advance many years ago, and I just couldn't get into it. It's not my kind of game. So, talking Jesus. Yes, I'm talking. This is my stream. I will do what I want. Yeah, I'm not big on Pokemon. Pyrocynical slop to fund this man's social security. Now, what do you mean by slop? This is just a stream. Listen, people want me to play video games. I get that, but I'm not big on playing TF2 on stream anymore. It's too stressful. It stresses me the fuck out. It puts me in a bad mood. The only exception is if I play man versus machine with people. Beyond that, it's just I don't have fun playing TF2 on stream. Like, I've gotten too big now, where it becomes way more of a headache than a good time. And when I'm not having a good time, most others aren't, but the ones that are causing the bad time are having a good time. So just I don't like doing it. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to subject myself to that. So my TF2 streams will continue to be primarily talking about the game, because that's what I like to do. I like talking about the game. Speaking of talking about the game, we recorded the first episode of, I don't want to call it my new podcast. It's an our new podcast with Richter and Casual. So expect that probably sometime this week. Waiting on the audio tracks to get mixed again so I can do the actual video editing. And then once that's done, the first episode will be live here on the second channel. It'll be posted here on the second channel for now. If it inevitably warrants its own individual space, we will make one for it, but for now, it is going to be uploaded here on the second channel, so keep your eyes out for that. Join the Discord linked in the description below if you want the notification for when that goes live. So, should be good. Should Valve start banning people for in-game hate speech, like spamming slurs or spamming Nazi speech? Or because it's casual, it's allowed? Valve's policy on bad things has been very clear for a very long time. Valve gives us all of the tools we need to not see that shit. Someone saying something you don't like? You mute them. Someone saying something you don't like in voice chat? You mute them. You have to go out of your way to turn off the speech filter on Steam in order to see slurs. So if you go out of your way and turn off your speech filter, that's on you. So no, they should not start banning players for typing a word in chat. You have all of the tools to not see that stuff. Use them. Use them, seriously. Because like, and then here we go again, because, right, and I said this in that video I made on my main channel, where is the line drawn? Who gets to decide what hate speech is? You? Valve? Where does it stop, right? Everyone that advocates for the banning of people saying hate speech thinks that the game is going to be exactingly moderated to their own sensitivities, when that's simply not going to happen. It's going to be whatever standard the game company applies, and it can go likely much further than people would want it to go. To the point where they may just turn off voice communication or player communication altogether and give you a list of predefined phrases, which is what a lot of other modern games do in order to avoid any kind of controversy of that nature. But again, Valve has made their policy very clear. If you don't like what someone is saying, you can turn them off. So, that's it. Valve should only ban players that say bad things about the glorious game and Valve 1000-year dynasty. Oh my god. Ah, shit. I've come across someone saying lame is a slur. I don't know if I believe you. Listen, I see a lot of shit on the internet. I don't know if I believe you on that one. If someone genuinely believes lame is a slur, God help us. God help us. Again, I don't think that's true. I really don't think that's true, because that's just so wildly outlandish that I don't think that's true. Should casual have all talk since it's not competitive? No, I don't think so, because let's say there's someone mic spamming on the opposite team. You have no way to kick them. You can mute them, right? That's an option. Or if someone's being obnoxious, I just don't know if it's a good idea. I think it's good to kind of limit the cacophony that could happen. And also because it is a team-based game, right? If it is a team-based game, team communication is important, right? You should be able to speak directly to your team and not have the other team hear it. It does, you know, preserve some of the gameplay integrity. I think it's a good thing to have optional on community servers, where if you want to get even more laid back, then you can have people talk whenever and however. I think that's fine. But I think in the base game, I think it's good that it's off by default. I mean, I guess you could put a vote in there. Like, you know, you could put a vote in the vanilla game to have all talk turned on. I don't think that's a problem. You know, it would have to have a majority vote of everyone in the server, which would probably be hard to get. But if it's a vote and people vote for it, I think it's fine. And then have it on and for like 2 rounds or until like the next scramble, and then it'd have to be voted on again, maybe something like that. So it just so it's not on indefinitely. There'd have to be some kind of timer or cooldown or what have you, so a server just isn't indefinitely set on all talk. But by default, it should be off for just, you know, a team-based game. It shouldn't be on by default. Proximity chat, that would be really awful in TF2. Like, TF2 already struggles with having too many noises, right? So, I know that sounds weird, but when the game came out, the readability of the game, all the way down to its noise, was very meticulously crafted, where if you hear something, you go, oh, that's what that is. Like, oh, that's the Scout, or oh, that's the SMG, right? That's already a lot to keep track of. And so when they put more weapons in the game, gave them unique sounds, which did help with their, with recognizing what they are. That's a lot of stuff being layered on top, and they kept adding more and more and more. And so if you have proximity chat and have all these voices like fading in and out and in and out and in and out, it's like, whoa, that would be really disorienting. I don't think that's a good idea. Proximity chat would not be a good fit for Team Fortress 2. I think it would just make it too cacophonous. And also, I mean, if you had proximity chat and someone's in spectate mode, how can they call out a spy that's about to backstab their medic because they're not nearby? You know what I mean? I think, yeah, proximity chat's probably not a good idea. So, give it a different key. I think that's just adding too much. I think just keep it simple. Keep it simple. There's nothing wrong with the voice chat in game. TF2's voice chat is fine. TF2's voice chat is a-okay. How did people suddenly forget about Scrap.tf? Because I mentioned that in my my mustard cupcakes video, where the person who presented it was removed from the TF2 sphere, and everyone that watched it was removed from the TF2 sphere. So it was a big, flash in the pan where like a whole bunch of people could go, oh, whoa, that's actually really bad, but none of these people played Team Fortress 2, so it didn't really make waves. And there were very, very heavy and deliberate actions from the Scrap.tf monopoly, where they really went out of their way to silence any of the evidence and information coming out about the child grooming from their owners and operators. And yeah, they managed to suppress that very eloquently. So naturally, very quickly, people kind of forgot about it. And also, it didn't help that the primary spark for a lot of these things happened on 4chan. And so it's very easy to dismiss something. We're like, oh, it was on 4chan. We can just fucking ignore it. But it's all true. And people just kind of forget about it. Yeah. When it comes to the Emporium video, there's like, it's like the longer I wait, the more shit I find out. Like, I haven't even done intensive research into, finding more stuff. More stuff just happens on its own and comes across my desk where like, oh, wow, that's just something they did. Or, oh, wow, that's just something that they let happen. Ah, yeah. Like, do I show my hand? I don't know if I should show my hand. I feel like if I throw my weight around too much, it would be a bad idea and it would make people clam up. So I won't. But there's some pretty nasty shit that I have found that when revealed to the public at large will be very shocking. Probably not surprising, but it will be shocking. Like, oh wow, even these guys do that? Okay, so you'll see it all in due time. Don't worry. You'll see it all in due time. Also because I don't want to say it because I'm still working on verifying a couple of facts related to it, so I don't want to say it as fact and then have like people like, oh wow. Like, for example, I don't want to throw shade at that Big Boy Games guy, but when it came to the smoking weed in Valve's bathroom thing as the reason why the Saxies ended, that was a story that was told to me by a couple of workshoppers, and to me that's like verifiably true. I had not yet done extended research to get like actual confirmation of these things. We still don't know if it's true or not. It could be, for all we fucking know, we don't know. But the problem is, whenever I mention something like that, it's very easy for someone to kind of take that and run with it. And so he took that, ran with it, made a video about it, and that, backfired heavily. So now they can kind of point to that video and use that to dismiss any further criticisms. We're like, oh, you got this wrong, so anything else that comes out alongside it or afterwards can be dismissed. For example, in that same video, there was the very real and very tangible Emporium blacklist, where they were sending Valve, or planned to send Valve, a list of workshop creators and have them blacklisted by Valve because they don't like them for one reason or another. That is a real thing. Verifiably true. And because that was juxtaposed against something that was not verifiably true, that just kind of went under people's radars. So, yeah, you see the problem here where you gotta be really careful and do your research. Otherwise, there can be one thing in there where they can focus on that and then use that to undermine everything else. So. Why do these morons keep making their secret clubhouse circle jerk? I mean, money? Like, if you knew how much money some of these guys stand to earn and have earned from getting items in Team Fortress 2, you would understand why they act the way they do. Especially when you have very young people who started out like, you know, age 20 and 21, suddenly getting showered in tens of thousands of dollars. You know, you're young. You don't really know how to handle that. That changes you at a young age very quickly and can fuck you up. So, that happened to some of them. And then they get very covetous and, you know, they develop a soft monopoly to control where that money is going. And, yeah. Gets gatekeepy. And then when all of the content creation gets put into a centralized group that controls the majority of the assets and connections with Valve, it only ends in disaster. Because then you have them going out of their way to single out and attack people that they don't like and bar them from engaging in the workshop scene. And it's been that way for over a decade. So, and it needs to stop. It's fucked up. Like, there should not be a centralized group for item creation inside of Team Fortress 2. It's a terrible thing, and only bad things have come out of it. What's Fishstick steal? I don't know, man. Fishstick, he likes casual mode. He's a mustard cupcake enjoyer. I love you, man, but, you're kind of retarded. I love you, Fish, but you're kind of retarded. I don't know why you like casual mode so much. It just feels like you're kind of indifferent to how the game would go in one way or the other. And I guarantee if it went back to Quickplay, even a complete reversion with no improvements whatsoever, it would not change the way you play with the game at all, and you would just, you know, go right back to playing the game and you wouldn't notice a difference. So, yeah, that's my view on that. Because again, there's no serious defense of casual mode. There's only picking at Quickplay. Can you imagine how much money Whammo, aka Internet Anarchist, is making now in his young 20s? Oh, he's making fuckloads of money. My god, he's yeah, Whammo, now Internet Anarchist, is making shitloads of money, easily. He's doing very well for himself by making, you know, drama slop content. Yeah. How much did Funk's Death of an Art Style video have on TF2's art style debate? Initially, not much. Initially, not much at all. Like, that video came out, right? That video came out, and people, like, looked at it and go, yeah, I agree, and then they just kept going. And really only until items got so bad in 2020 and 2021 that people started speaking up more, and that led for Valve to actually be more intentional with their item selections. So, yeah. Initially, it didn't have much of an impact, and like what Funk said in that video is just true, right? It's all of it. It still holds true today. Like, the things he said in that video are evergreen. So, it is a good thing to source where, like, yeah, this has been a problem for quite a while now. Never understood how most vets keep lying about how Quickplay was, like they're misinformed. Thing is, man, most aren't doing that. It's very rare to find someone that experienced Quickplay and casual and say that casual mode is better. Like, that is a very tiny minority of the player base, and the ones that typically say that were the ones that didn't really use Quickplay to begin with. They stuck with the server browser. So, naturally, they're going to look back on Quickplay as like, oh yeah, it wasn't that good. And then casual mode now, because they can pick their maps and it has, like, that convenience, it's a lot easier to view casual mode in a much more, in a much brighter light. So, I think that's it. But most people that I've seen, like, consistently say bad things about Quickplay. Almost always, they're just wrong. Like, it's just flat-out misinformation. And they didn't experience it. Like, that's why I made that tweet that I did a couple days ago, because it was the most hilarious interaction I've had Like, so I see the post, naturally people start sending it to me because like, oh, here's an anti-Quickplay post, Zesty, look at it. And people send me that shit all the time. And I see this one and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This one is like, and now that account is deleted. Like that Reddit account is deleted. All of the comments were deleted, so they tried to hide and cover their tracks on that one, because as soon as they were called out for lying, they started, you know, burying everything they said. But all the screenshots are there. It was really funny. And you had someone going on Reddit and saying, oh no, Quickplay was actually bad, and the only reason why people are saying bring back Quickplay is because they're parroting their favorite YouTuber Zesty. They're just parroting Zesty. They can't actually think that it was a better system. And then there was like 5 paragraphs of shit that was just not true. Like if anyone experienced Quickplay and looked at what was said in those paragraphs, you would know, oh yeah, this is bullshit. It just didn't happen. And so people called them out on it. Like people, like before I even looked at that thread, people were already calling out the guy for spewing bullshit. And he kept boasting in the thread that he started playing a month after TF2 came out. So already something strange there. And then he was inconsistent by saying, oh yeah, I started playing a month after TF2 came out, but then he posted a Merc badge from 2010. So there's an inconsistency. And then he goes back and, you know, backtracks and goes, oh no, I thought it was, I thought TF2 was released in 2009. I was wrong about the release date. So another contradiction. And then I'm like, okay, what's up with this guy? I go to his profile, I look at his name, very unique name, and then I, you know, name search on Steam. I find a Steam account, only one, immediately, using the same name. Sure enough, Merc badge from 2018. I found the account instantly. And then, you know, I look at the name history, you know, there was a post, another Reddit post from them that has the same name that was on his Steam account. I'm like, okay, this guy started playing the game in 2018, he's bullshitting. Like, called him out on it, people called him out on it, and then immediately he deletes all his posts and cowers away, so. The mercenary badge litmus test remains evergreen. Because every time I see someone spouting nonsense about Quickplay, it almost always comes from people that did not experience it. Yeah. The lion deletes his Merc badge to make space for his third flare gun. God. What's the point he was trying to prove by doing all of this? It didn't get them anywhere. I mean, if they were just doing it for attention, they got a lot of negative attention. It didn't make them look good. So, I don't know what the end goal is. Maybe they're intentionally trying to poison the well. I don't know. Or just being contrarian. I'm not sure. I don't understand why wanting to improve the game has become a contentious topic. That's something I keep saying. I don't understand why it's controversial to want to improve the game and make it play better. Like, even if you haven't experienced Quickplay, it's undeniable that casual mode is fucked up. And something needs to be changed about it, right? Like, I don't understand how that is controversial. It's very frustrating. Like, people keep saying, oh, the bots are gone. Just shut up and be happy and keep opening your boxes. Just how it is. No, their bots keep trying to come back, but they get deleted very quickly. Like in real time. I was in a Discord, someone said, oh, I was in a game with like 10 bots, and then like 2 hours later, all the accounts were deleted by Valve. So. Do you think Funk backtracked on TF2's art style opinion because he genuinely changed his mind, or just didn't want to be associated with you? I don't know for certain. Like, I don't have a 100% accurate or true answer for that one, but I suspect he did. I suspect he backtracked it to, you know, not be in agreement with a controversial figure, or he just doesn't care. He just stopped caring and doesn't care anymore. I think that's the bigger reason. He just doesn't care anymore, and so he just kind of became laissez-faire about it and said, you know, it's actually good that players can do whatever the fuck they want with their character at the sacrifice of the game's visual integrity. You know, I think he just stopped caring, I think, is the bigger factor here. But, yeah. Which is a shame, too, because this is someone that was very clearly passionate about the game and really cared about it, and probably still does care about it to a certain extent. but then, you know, walks back probably one of the most impactful videos he made about the game that still holds true today. Yeah. Basically, a majority of bots can't come back. Some tried to join, even on my server, joined 3 times and then got deleted. No, yeah, they're trying to get around hardware bans. Once they figure out how to do that, then bots will be back, but so far, no luck. Whatever system Valve has implemented, it's still working pretty well. Yeah, there's still shitloads of cheaters. Like, Valve's anti-cheat does not work. That's a huge problem. So, ideally, Valve does something about that in the near future, but who knows. I'm not going to answer that question because I don't want to talk about politics. Sorry. I appreciate the donation, but if I even touch that with a 10-foot pole, people are going to get very angry. So, thank you for the $5. Greetings, officer. You glow. Yeah, he does kind of glow, doesn't he? A little bit. He does glow a little bit. That is true. I didn't think about that for a moment. No, the update's not coming out today, for the record. I just wanted to talk about the update and my predictions. I should have put predictions for the summer update, because it made it seem like the update came out today. I'm sorry about the misleading title. But, yeah, the update's probably going to be out next week. That's my suspicion, because it seems like they chose items, seems like they chose maps, from what I've been seeing, so probably next week we'll see the update. That's my guess. We'll check it out. Not sure. Yeah, my guess is next week. It's a very small chance it's going to be out this week, but definitely bigger chance next week. I hope that the update doesn't come out next week because I'm going to be at Yellowstone. It's like, dude, who cares? You're going to be outside. You're going to be at Yellowstone during arguably the best time of year to visit Yellowstone. Why would you even, like, put playing TF2 and Yellowstone on the same pedestal? They're not equal. Yellowstone beats a video game 100 times out of 100. Go see Old Faithful. Old Faithful is such a fucking cool experience. Man. $5 from Large Joseph. Why are women inherently evil, and what could they do better? Joey, please, man. Listen, women are, they have cooties. Women have cooties. They smell funny. And they mysteriously do not fart, piss, or shit, or burp. They're probably not even human. You know, it's like, I've never seen a woman fart. Or burp, or do any other kind of, like, other nasty shit that men do. So there's something fishy about it. They could be fucking androids. They could be government plant robots made to, you know, woo men and subjugate them to become working class slaves their entire life. We don't know. It's a fucking mystery. We have no idea. We have no idea. What was the last good update to me? Tough Break. Tough Break was the last good update. In terms of the fun to bad shit ratio, Tough Break. Hashtag free women. Free women. I was gonna say something else and I totally forgot. What was I talking about? Fuck. I had another thought on my previous train of thought. So. If casual is killing TF2, why is TF2's player count the same since 2014? Player flux. TF2's player flux is insanely high. So the game is free, right? So you have a constant flux of new players in and players out. Player retention in TF2 is very poor. A lot of new players come in, and because the initial experience is so terrible, they don't stick around. And you also have, like, a core, stable player base of people that have been here for a long time, and so those guys don't really go away. So there's always new people in and new people out, which keeps kind of the background level of human activity pretty stable. So that's why. I mean, it's like the same reason why Dota doesn't grow anymore, is because, you know, there's a flux of players in and out, and then the stable background player base that's not going anywhere. TF2 is in the same situation, right? That's how most games operate. Most games operate with a big spike, and then they level out, and they have their stable player base until they inevitably die. Very rarely do you see a game release and then continue to grow. Like, TF2's player counts have been stable, roughly, since like 2012. Like, after the big free-to-play spike, things flattened out pretty quickly. You know, it's certainly been on the long-term downward trend since the game went free-to-play. You know, it was peaking at about 100,000 daily, and now it's down around 40 to 50,000 daily. But yeah. Rough day at work, was passed over for special duty. Glad to just veg out at home and listen to Reddit's Public Enemy #1. Well, I'm sorry you had a shit day at work, man. Hopefully tomorrow is better. Hopefully tomorrow is better. If this doesn't showcase that the TF2 player base are perfectly fine and enjoy casual mode, we have no other option, man. Like, people love TF2. We have no other choice to play the game other than casual mode. Like, we have to fucking deal with it. And there are so few good community servers to go to, like mine. ZestyJesus.com/servers, my TF2 servers, that run the Quickplay rule set. They're fun, go check them out. Vanilla, except for the fact the vaccinator is banned. They're a good time. But yeah, casual mode's the only option. We all get funneled down the same experience. Toy Chica head, or with or without the beak. Why do you guys ask me this shit? What is wrong with you? Why do you ask me this crap? No beak. No beak. If I had to pick. If I had to pick, no beak. The Furry Pound servers still exist. Yeah, besides my own servers, do I know of any other vanilla servers like mine? Love playing on mine, but there's not always a lot of people on them when I play. Furry Pound has a good server that runs the vanilla rule set. Just be sure to turn off sprays before you go, unless you want to see a lot of porn. Another one with an unfortunate name is Tiny Kitty's Girl Pound. They have bullet spread turned off, but they have random crits turned on. So that's a relatively close to vanilla experience. They have the quick play rule set as well. So those are reasonably good servers, though I recommend turning off voice chat in that server, because if you want to hear grown men moaning, yeah, then leave it on. But if that's not your cup of tea, then maybe turn voice chat off if you join that server. Yeah, if you can ignore the people, then the gameplay is actually good. Just you gotta put on some condoms, you gotta take some precautions. And then those are pretty good servers. We can't have normal people in this goddamn game. What is normal? Seriously, what is normal when it comes to being human anymore? What is normal? Define normal for me. It's like a gradational thing, right? You get extreme fucking weirdos, like those are obviously not normal. But I feel like there's no set, defined line of what or is not normal. The lion does not concern himself with spray toggling. You don't listen, understand. You have to get fucking lion rape the small dog. Very funny joke people keep making. The big lion rapes small dog because you want to express dominance over the smaller, weaker human being, usually very twink-like. Twink-like men getting shit upon by big, burly bear men. Pump him into ground with fist. Or cock. Never goon, by the way. It's gonna be clipped. Listen, everything I say on stream I know is gonna be clipped. That's just, that's my life now. That is my life now. It's just whatever I say and put out there, I just expect for people to take and run with. Bring up the minion. Bring out the dancing lobsters. Would streaming jump maps be stressful? I can't. I'm bad. I cannot do jump maps. There are other things I can do that are relaxing, but I don't think I want to do jump maps. I'm bad at it. I'm not gonna say my sources on how I know items or maps were chosen because I don't want to burn those bridges. And also to protect the people that tell me these things so they don't get in trouble with either Valve or the Emporium. So, yeah. Currently working on Spanish subtitles for the video. You will not play them at 40 minutes so far. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's very kind of y'all to go out of your way and, like, spend a shitload of time doing that. It's a lot of work, and I can't thank y'all enough. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Tell us what, in your opinion, an underrated or overrated EDM artist. Marshmello is a government plant and is overrated slop and is fucking terrible. Underrated, heavily underrated, would be Virtual Riot. Fucking love all of his music. If you love heavy dubstep and shit like that, Virtual Riot is a god. I don't know how he does it, but every album he puts out is fucking gold. God. I would buy that man a beer and give him a wet, sloppy kiss because he makes some of the best fucking music and I love it. Why isn't Sniper nerfed on my server if he is OP? He is nerfed. I silently nerfed the Sniper in a very special way and no one's figured it out yet. I'm actually surprised no one's figured that out yet. How has no one figured out what I've done to Sniper? It's been there for a while now, a few months. So maybe someone will pick up on it. Someone will pick up on it. Eventually. They've not found out. No, I'm serious. There is actually a change, but no one fucking knows. No one fucking knows what it is. I did alter the Sniper on my servers, but no one's figured it out. We'll see how long it takes. Will we ever get the video about the Emporium? Yes, after I finish this video about Quickplay, going full throttle on making that Emporium video. It's been too long and I need to actually make it. So, Quickplay video, then the Emporium video. Please be patient because it's going to take time. Again, I shit you not, there are hundreds, if not thousands of screenshots. There are thousands of screenshots that I have to like properly organize and put into a coherent set of stories to show just how fucked up it all is. So please be patient with me. I don't know how long it's going to be. It'll be as long as it needs to be. And when it's done, it's done. But I'm going to start working on it after I make this Quickplay video. Do I dislike Sniper as a character? Like, can he be completely removed from the game and TF2 would be better? The same. I mean, Sniper is just a little too oppressive. I think Sniper's fine in the game. Like, there are some very minor tweaks that you can do with the Sniper to make his presence more tolerable. Like, for instance, put tracers in all of his shots so people can actually see where he is. Like, every other class in the game has that. So if they miss a shot, they're punished by exposing their position. And they're also a lot closer to you. Sniper has the added benefit of not actively engaging in team fights. So if he misses a shot, actually punish him by revealing his position to other players and go, oh, I should not stand there for a minute at least, right? That would be great. You can limit his ammo pool down to like 10 or 12 so he can't camp out in one spot and just never be dealt with unless a better sniper appears. He also has a set of secondaries which turn off his hard counters, like the Razorback, for example. It's this big fucking middle finger to Spy. Like, hey, fuck you, you can't kill me unless you use your gun. And, sorry, the accuracy is so shit and the damage ramp up is so shit that unless you're huffing my farts, I'll probably be able to turn around and one-tap you, either with my melee or with my gun. Alternatively, they have the Girardi Bushwhacker, which gives him a free one-shot kill. And the Darwin's Danger Shield, which just doubles his health against Pyro, too. Like, if the Pyro goes out of his way, right, finally manages to flank all the way around and gets right next to the Sniper, sorry, fuck you, Sniper now has 250 health against Flames, and then he can just walk at you and randomly crit you, and then you fucking die. So, yeah. So a few things could be done to make the Sniper's presence more tolerable. favorite Virtual Riot song? Can I pick the entire Simulation album? I can't pick one song. The entire Simulation album is great. Yeah, probably that. Like, that's, I think that's his best work so far. I've listened to that album easily 100 times. Like, all the way through. It's great. He can insta-kill almost as fast as a spy for 5% of the risk. A bad sniper gets a billion chances to hit a shot, and a good one chains and a good one chain stabs. I understand what you're getting at. Yeah, I agree. I know you don't play Deadlock, but Valve somehow made the sniper character in that game not OP, and actually not the most hated character in the game. Okay. Still probably not going to play it. just saying. Still probably not going to play it. It's just not looking like the game for me, man. Just not looking like the game for me. What do I think of the Huntsman in terms of viability? I'm trying to make a video about it and trying to get people's opinions on it. I think the Huntsman's great. It's very fun. It's a giant projectile. You have the giant projectile hitboxes that you can use with the Huntsman. You don't even need to get headshots to lob an arrow and do a lot of damage. And the headshots on the weapon are very forgiving. So if you're asking if it's viable, it's very viable. You just have to use it right. Sorry, Chud. Soundsmith made a Huntsman video. The weapon is trademarked. How is it trademarked? Is it like trademark a Soysmith weapon now, where you're not allowed to talk about it because Soundsmith beat you to the punch? Maybe. Sorry, not touching Dead Slop. No, yeah. Fair. Love the Huntsman when using it, hate it when fighting it. I feel like countering the Huntsman's pretty easy. It's a lot easier than countering a good sniper with any rifle, even the classic, even the City Sleeper. Simply by nature of him needing to be a lot closer to you so you can kill him. So. Have you or anyone else kept tabs on player activity since my bot video? No, yeah, we have the, I'm pretty sure the data stream is still going and is still actively collecting data. I need to poke Mega Scatterbomb to see if that data is still being collected. And I kind of keep my finger on the pulse of it. It's still going on, like there's still a lot of metal farming bots in the game, you know, and most of the activity is going to be around update season, like that's just going to be a consistent thing, where a whole bunch of bots are going to fire up during update season and then quiet down. So, yeah. You'll probably see another massive player spike to around 150, 200,000 players, and then all of them are going to go away very quickly over the course of a few hours after maybe a few days or a week or so of activity. That's just the typical cycle. Yeah, just like last year, pretty much, just like last year. I don't know how Mega Scatterbomb's casual quick play survey is going. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Maybe I should share it. Let me get a link for that real quick. Mega Scatterbomb is running a survey getting people's opinions on quick play and what have you. So, if you would like to fill out this form to give your feedback on your experience with casual mode and quick play, the more data we have, the better. That would be fantastic. And from what I've been told through a secondhand source anyways, is so far the results are showing that people want quick play. Shocker. People think casual mode sucks. Shocker. Shocker that people don't actually enjoy an endless cycle of 5-minute stomps and sub 10-minute play sessions. Shocker. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? The TF2 community would do better off if Soundsmith never posted a TF2 video again. He did genuine damage to the TF2 community with his unfunny memes. I think that's the least of our problems. I wouldn't even consider that a problem. I just don't care. I like, that is something that can be completely ignored. Like, if you don't like his videos, don't watch them. That's about it. I don't care. I haven't watched one of his videos. Oh, I forgot something. I'll be right back. Oh, there was something I wanted to try on stream, so I'll be right back. I just remembered mini slop diary today and then Arby's tomorrow. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay. I look over at my monitor and I just see a wall of pregnant men. God bless pregnant men. Like, stand up for a minute. My ass hurts. I've been sitting down all day, so I gotta get the circulation fixing up again. Get my legs sorted out here. Actually, you know, let me. I'm gonna stand for a bit. I feel like I need to stand for a bit because I'm physically uncomfortable here. Let me angle my shit up here. Actually, can I tilt my monitor? There we go. Hello. This is a new angle for me. It's a new angle for me. We'll run with it. Where's the plug suit? That's coming soon. Don't worry. It's on the way in the mail. I had to order it from out of the country, so it's gonna take a minute or two. Hey, so what I have today is Liquid Death Killer Cola flavored sparkling water. I love this Liquid Death shit. This is so fucking good. I have yet to find a Liquid Death product that I do not like. I like their sparkling water tall boys are fucking delicious. I wish they weren't so expensive because they are fucking amazing. And thing is, it's not even soy. Because like their tall boys are sweetened with agave nectar. It's not like fake sugar. It's agave nectar, water, and natural flavor. And it's fucking delicious. It is so good. I love that stuff, man. And they came out with a line of soda flavors. And we have like a cola flavor for this one. So that's cool. So we're gonna see how this tastes. First test, does it smell like cola? It does. It does. It smells like, you know, like an off-brand, generic grocery store Walmart Coca-Cola. So that's that. I'm immediately hit with that.
Welcome back.
Oh, it's got a. I can even. Okay, that's not agave nectar. What are they using this?
It's going to serve as a bit of a follow-up to the one I released.
Stevia. That's it. Okay, so they use stevia leaf in this one. Yeah, because so stevia has a very distinctive flavor when you drink it. Like the way it finishes down the throat, it has that. I don't want to say chalky. It's I don't know. Like stevia extract has a certain flavor to it, and I can almost instantly tell when oh shit, my video is not playing music anymore. Sorry about that. Let me go back to some music here. I apologize. Should probably have my earphone in. There's an emblem and video playing in the background. I'm sorry.
Casual mode. TF2.
Lister, stop it. Give me some music. Lister, please. Now we have some music. We're back, baby. Anyway. Now I can hear, and I won't make the same mistake again. But, yeah. Stevia leaf has a certain flavor to it. And this has stevia, but beyond the stevia aftertaste, this is actually pretty good. It's actually quite nice. I recommend Liquid Death's Killer Cola if stevia leaf is something that doesn't bother you. And, probably like a 7 out of 10. I say 7 out of 10 on the Liquid Death Killer Cola. Their tall boys are better. The actual flavored sparkling waters that have the agave nectar instead of the stevia leaf in them, those taste way better. The cherry flavor is my favorite. The cherry flavor is fucking delicious. The lime flavor is a close second. And then the melon flavor is good. All the flavors are good. So, sponsor me, in other words. Like Liquid Death, sponsor, like listen, you got a guy right here who loves your product without prompt or provocation. I love this shit, so if you're listening, they only sponsor like BMX guys and Steve-O for some reason, but if you need an entryway into video game guys, hey, I'm your man. I like what you do. Hit me up. Not sponsored, by the way. Totally not sponsored. I'm gonna sit back down. Hi. And we're back. Hold off on sending me items because I am gonna do a workshop stream either Thursday or Friday, and if you want the announcement for when I do that, join the Discord linked in the description below, and you will know when I go live. You will know when I go live. It's good to kind of keep it condensed into one stream and not have it spaced out too much, you know? Okay there, Mr. Californian with your sparkling water. You fucking why is it Californian? Like, sparkling water is like mostly a European thing. Like, you have to ask for flat water if you go to certain European countries. Because, like, for example, when I went to Hungary, and I went up to Lake Balaton, they have a natural spring there where the water is like naturally carbonated. And it's very irony. It's got a lot of iron in it. It's got a very interesting flavor. But, you know, sparkling water and what have you is just naturally and also just more common over there. So, yeah. So, like, sparkling water is, I feel like sparkling, like, eventually, they're in 20 years, sometime in the next 20 years, they're gonna find out that this shit kills us, right? In the next 20 years, they're gonna find out that this shit kills us. Like, it causes cancer, or, like, makes you grow a third testicle, I don't know. Like, they're gonna find something wrong with this very soon. And I drink so much carbonated water every day, I'm gonna die. Like, there's gonna be some new health study, like, drinking carbonated water every day increases your risk of heart disease by 5,000%, and then my heart explodes in my chest like a fucking bomb. I'm dead. I have a nagging suspicion that's gonna happen. Or a fourth ball if you're so heavily endowed by already having 3. That'd be cool, a third ball. Yeah. Nah, I feel like if there's anything bad about carbonated water, given the length of time humans have been drinking it, they would have already figured out if it kills you or not. So I think we're safe. I think we're okay. But when it comes to like the flavored stuff, you know, like the artificial flavoring, that might make like your skin will turn purple when you turn 75 years old, something like that. Something like that's gonna happen. Happy Men's Mental Health Month, brother. Yes, indeed. Let us not forget that men exist. That's a big thing, man. Like semi-serious note. Reach out to your buddies. Ask them how they're doing. Men tend to not speak about what's going on, especially things that bring them down or make them or make them feel sad. So reach out to your reach out to your buddies, reach out to your friends. Ask them how they're doing. Check in on them. Smart thing to do. Make sure they're okay. There's a reason why the majority of suicides are overwhelmingly men, you know? So, you know, check in on your friends. See how they're doing. Very important to do that. Give them a big sloppy kiss. Am I doing okay? No, because... Why? Why does it do it? It just breaks at random. I don't know why. Aw, snap, out of memory. Out of touch joke from 2009. Aw, snap, we fucked up. We fucked up. It's so funny. Apologize. Say you're sorry for providing a shit service. Hey, our shit broke. We fucked up. Sorry about that. Oopsie, we made a fucky wucky and our shit just self-destructed. Sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience. Shucks. Oh, we fucked up. Sorry. Oops, you lost all your progress and data. We're so sorry. Oh, sorry. Were you writing that email? Sorry. What a quirky browser. God, I want to work for Discord one day. It's going to be great. I've sent an application 3 times a week and they've not responded yet. Persistence will win them over. Generic apology. Corny Chrome. Corny fucking Chrome, yeah. Shit. What am I planning for Discord? I'm gonna make it worse. Because Discord just keeps making it fucking worse. I don't know how they do it. Just blackmail them into hiring me. No, some good news. I just got a new job. I'm very excited. I was officially hired on, and now we're going through the background check process and all of that, so that's exciting. I'm very happy. Not saying what it is, because I've learned to not overshare on the internet, so... But that is some good news, and I'm happy. See how it affects my scheduling and video output, but I'm glad I got a new job. My income will now go up again, and I am excited. So I can start saving for my house. No, I was not jobless for 3 years. What are you talking about? Yes, I'm a stripper now. I work at Chippendales. Or any other manner of male strip clubs. I don't think Discord needs geologists. They have the other kind of miners. Oh, low-hanging fruit, but still funny. Oh, low-hanging fruit, but still funny. Still good. Oh god, unemployed and no, I'm employed right now. But I'm transitioning over to a new job, so that's what's going on. Moving up in the world. My time doing contract work is over, and I'm now moving into my new career path, which is lovely. I am excited. What else can geologists do? Watch different rocks? Yeah, so what you don't know is that there is an entire underground society of millions of geologists. Every single rock has a barcode assigned to it. And we have to meticulously keep track of every single stone, pebble, grain of sand, piece of gravel that ever exists, comes into existence, and goes away. We have to know every single thing about it. Because if we lose track of any single one of these things, the entire Earth implodes. Matter is neither created nor destroyed, and if one piece of that suddenly disappears, we are all fucked as we fall into the singularity. We are doomed. It is over. Underground Geologist Society. By the way, that was a really bad joke. Off the cuff. I once kicked a rock and a guy looking like Zesty came over and fined me. That was me. I remember you. You fucked up. You didn't even put it back. I had to put it back myself, and I gave you like a $2,000 fine. That clearly didn't make you learn your lesson if you're complaining about it in the stream chat. How fucking dare you? I can't move my chair up. Fuck. There we go. The AI summary says my new job is a male stripper. It's not. God. But Zesty, why save up for a house when you can just open up more cases and get a 100 times return? 99% of gamblers quit before winning big. Remember that. Listen, man, it's kind of crazy how much, like, there's a radio show, what is that show called? It's a financial show I hear about that plays in my town on AM radio, where they kind of discuss finances and saving money and and future investing, what have you. I've been listening to that a lot lately, and it's been giving me a lot of good information for building a nest egg and investing my money and how to pay off debts and what have you. And there's a shocking number of people that call in that have either someone that's in gambling debt or have a gambling addiction in their family that they have to deal with. It's kind of crazy. Can I smell what the rock is cooking? Yes. It's cooking. Whoa. Hot rocks actually have something of a smell to them now that you mention that. They have a certain aroma. I don't know if it's the dust and the organic material on the rock that's burning off, or if it's actually like the smell of the stone. I have to look into that. I wonder if that's something that's quantifiable, the scent of a rock. Salt has a certain smell, so maybe there's something to it. Salt has a certain smell, so there is definitely something to it. I'm sorry if burping bothers you, I'm only human. And admittedly, I did drink this a little bit fast. I still have some left, but I'm taking big sips. But no, like when you think about the amount of money people have wasted gambling on, say, TF2 and especially Counter-Strike, holy shit. Like, not to throw shade or anything like that, but if you pick out any like really big Counter-Strike YouTuber like Jesus or Sparkles, these guys that have spent just tens and tens of thousands of dollars on case openings and trade ups and all of these insane things, man. That's a lot of fucking money, and that's just from and like Anomaly too. Like Anomaly hasn't gone as hard as say Sparkles or Jesus and what have you. These guys blow shitloads of money on these videos. It's crazy. One has done it sometime, like, here and there, but these guys blow fuckloads of money. And, like, they're only whaling for content. Or maybe they're doing it for themselves, too, but they at least make content out of the whaling. But you have to think about how many other whales there are for Counter-Strike and just how much money they fucking burn. Because I know some TF2 whales, and they spend bukus of fucking money. Take that and multiply that by like 100 for any Counter-Strike whale, because there's millions of dollars that come from like individual people like oil barons and shit like that in Saudi Arabia. Spend loads of money. Has anyone bought that AK? Yeah, there was the, I think you're referring to the Blue Gem 661 StatTrak AK factory new. I do believe that's sold. I don't recall for how much. Someone would have to refresh my memory. I don't really keep my finger on the pulse of big Counter-Strike sales, but I know it was going, or it started at 6 figures, but I don't know what it sold for. Was it $1 million? I don't recall. I have to look it up. So technically, I mean, if you want to get technical, there is a blue gem in TF2. I'll start the game to show you. Technically, there's a blue gem in TF2. My game is starting, hold on. It does that, I don't know why. Best way to stop gambling on TF2, just disconnect your accounts. Stop it. It's not worth it. There's no one there. Why is there no one there? What? Why is there no one there? This is new. Huh? Well, Spy is invisible. Anyway, there are blue gems in TF2. We have the... this was like Valve's attempt to take that aspect of Counter-Strike and put it in TF2. So, Macaw Masked, for example, has gems. And, for instance, we can just go to the base Warpaint. And if we hit randomize, and oh, there we go, second one, that's a blue gem. Blue gems exist in TF2, where you can have a full blue or what have you skin and whatnot. These are very real things. But no one really opens these cases, and no one really tries to do trade-ups for skins in TF2, so yeah, there you go. You can have gems. And then there are other ones too. Blue is, I think, the most... So green is the most common gem, then blue, then red/orange, then yellow, and then white. If we go in that order. So if I go back to, say, the Warpaint here, we can just keep randomizing. Oh, there we go. There's a pretty good spot of yellow on that. Man, I'm getting lucky with the random seeds. So if I go to, say... And the yellow can be finicky, where you need to test the different weapon models to see which one maximizes the yellow surface area. So maybe something like minigun. Yeah, the minigun has a shitload of yellow on that one, see? Maybe Iron Bomber? No, too little. Maybe the Clade? See, like, now there's, like, barely any yellow there. It just depends on how it's mapped. Barely on that. Like, for example, on my, my Demo Man, I have a yellow gem Claymore that is a full yellow blade that I just named Piss. So, yellow gems are extremely rare. And I'm glad I have that one on there. And I think I have a Shahansha too. That is full yellow. Hold on. There it is. Yeah, I have a yellow Shahansha. Just on the play side, not on the other side. And like, play side matters in TF2. You know, it's terminology that we steal from Counter-Strike. So. But no, yeah, going back to Macaw. I want to see if I can get an orange gem, because those are really cool. Scroll up here. Fucking... So many fucking skins in this game, man. Oh my god. Anywho, go to the Warpaint. Oh, dude, what the fuck? I'm just getting lucky with the random seeds here. But here we go. Here's like an orange/red gem, and these are really cool. These are very rare. I would kill to have one of these in Factory New. I don't know what weapon I would put it on, but like oh well, the black box fucks it, but not the back scratcher. Minigun, maybe? Minigun looks cool. Just a nice orange minigun. Orange is my favorite color, so I am biased when it comes to these things. Open a case right now? No. I simply refuse to open cases. You should gamble now, you got the luck streak. Do I have any money in my Steam account? I have $3. No, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. So I will turn my $3 into 12 cents. So I'm not gonna do it. Never gamble, never goon. Hoping my Warpaint gets in. Hopefully, man. It just depends on what Valve does. Let's see if I can get a white one. Well, there's green. So, like, there's two green gems. You can have, like, the emerald green and then the darker green. A full emerald green one is very rare, too. Let's see. That one's a little bit better. Another blue. There we go. That has a shitload of yellow. Let's see. Meh. Wrench, maybe? Pretty yellow wrench. About, like, the rocket launcher. Yeah, there we go. See? Always gamble. Listen, never gamble. Never do it. You will lose out. I'm going to keep going until I get a white. Something that resembles a white gem, because those are pretty fucking cool. Have to click a lot, and I don't want to fuck it up. Because if I pass over it, I will scream, piss, shit, fart, and cum myself to sleep. Yellow. I'm going to keep doing it until I get it, and then I'm going to stop this nonsense. We'll get back to talking about other things here. I want to show you See, this one's like a darker red, see? So that's like a darker red gem. Just depends on where you land on the gradient. Ooh, there we go. So we got a full white on the upper part, but then green on the lower part. But like that's what the white's gonna look like. Yeah, see, there you go. That's white on the macaw mast. It is extremely rare to get a white gem. I'm curious if I can get it on the full clade. A full, look at that, it's a white claymore. Oh, this could exist if you unbox shitloads of cases. If you gamble right now, this could be yours. A big white sword. Yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's what a white gem looks like. Extremely rare. Gamble today. Gamble today. Gamble today, gamble right now. Oh, and I missed another donation. I'm sorry. I was trying to leave and then got sucked back in. That tends to happen. That tends to happen. These things, these streams kind of meander around and through. I also keep forgetting I've not gone through the rest of the fucking bingo card. Let's do this. So, grotesque anatomy. We're gonna see some horrifically modeled item put in the summer update. Something related to jellyfish. We got some last year. I guarantee we're gonna get jellyfish again. Who knows what the fuck it's gonna be. Taunt kills. I have a nagging suspicion that because we've had this trend of making taunt kills on the workshop, one of them is going to get put in the game, and then there's going to be another mad dash for a whole bunch of people to make a bunch of those. So you're going to have purchasable taunt kills in the game. That's my guess. So what I mean by hat effect is an unusual effect that is basically just another hat. So for example, like the Mohawk one we got last year, or the one that's just like the horns, that's what I mean by hat effect. 4-in-1 cosmetic, where it's basically 4 very different cosmetics inside of one, using the styles, we're gonna get that. At least 40% of the update being from offshore. 20 frame per second maps, meaning we're gonna get a very poorly optimized map that runs like utter dog shit, even on high-end machines. We got that last year with the nuclear island. That one just runs terribly. Fish or crabs or seals, we're gonna get some kind of cute, cuddly summer animal creature somewhere on the mercenary's body, or in an unusual effect, or on a skin, something what have you. Fish, crab, seal memes, inevitable. Naval mines, for some reason, we're gonna get naval mines, because that's everywhere on the offshore stuff. It's like a recurring theme is a naval mine. No war paint case, you know, there's like a 66% chance we're not gonna get a war paint case in this update, so it might as well be the free space. 30 or more unusual effects, and that's being conservative. Who is this? An item set that completely changes the mercenary into something else entirely. That's what who is this means. A sailor hat. There's like 50 of these that have been put on the workshop, all under the offshore name, so we're guaranteed gonna get a sailor hat. Water effects, unusual effects that are meant to look like water, guaranteed at least one of those. Some cheesy, garbage, ham-fisted reference like the Popeye chin and the Popeye arm, something like that's gonna get put in. Dox crew again, so workshop creators like Drew and Metabolic that have gone out of their way to dox other workshoppers because they have schizophrenic obsessions with them, guaranteed they're gonna get more money from this game, and Valve's not gonna do anything about them because they fucking suck. Animal elite grade. Some animal-shaped hat or shoulder pet cosmetic is gonna be the elite grade. Matchmaking breaks again, this might as well also be a free space. Where am I? A map so far removed from TF2's art style that it might as well be a different game. Looking at you, the one from the one we got last year, whose name completely escapes me. That looks like a fucking, you know, preschool casino. I forget what it's called. 8 maps at minimum. All class slop, so some garbage all class hat that's like an animal or what have you. Embargo, thank you. And then oil, which has been a consistent theme through a lot of the offshore submissions. Oil. Oil! That's the bingo card. Oil. Oil up, baby. Sorry to derail, but the other night I got the strangest response from Fish on his anti-Quickplay stance, and it was that it's a slower than server browser. That's it, I'm confused. So that basically makes no sense, because a Quickplay connection, much like a casual mode connection, is in essence a faster server browser that lets you bypass combing through the whole list and what have you. If you just want a quick connection to the game, 2 clicks and you're in, that's what Quickplay and casual both offer, is a click, play, you're in the game, and that's it, right? If you want a more intentional, planned out play session, then you go to the server browser, you find what server you want, you find the map you want. But for people that are just coming into the game and just want like a quick, jump into server and start playing, that's the service that Quickplay provides, right? I don't know what he means by it was a slower server browser, because you had the show servers option, which was basically a diet server browser, which is a really nice convenience, giving players quick access to very common filters like no random crits or 32-player servers, which further exposed community servers inside of an official vanilla feature. Maybe he's referring to that, I don't know, but that was also very fast. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I too love drinking crude oil. It is a very thirst-quenching experience. In your opinion, what is the least bad of the newer TF2 maps? God. Harp is probably one of the best ones added in recent years, followed by, say, Cashworks. And Cashworks plays bad, but, like, so many maps they've been adding are fucking awful. Patagonia's okay. But just so many awful maps are getting put in the game, and it needs to stop. It's really bad. It needs to end. Please help me. Crasher was a fun novelty, don't get me wrong, but I don't like Phoenix. It doesn't look like a TF2 map. The level of saturation and the lighting and the detail makes it not look like a TF2 map at all. It's like it violates the very fundamental practices behind designing TF2 maps. Uncluttered backgrounds, just enough detail to give the semblance of being in a unique location. The lighting is off, the level of saturation is off, so it kind of fucks with player readability. The map was designed to look as pretty as possible, so Valve picks it and puts it in the game. Yeah, it looks like it's just a straight rip from Overwatch, Route 66, much like Odyssey is. Odyssey also looks like an Overwatch map. Maps designed to play pretty first, and completely ignoring the fundamentals of map design that came with TF2 very early on. So they just don't look like TF2 maps. What is my opinion on the supposed new TF game leak? I don't think that's anything. I really don't see... Valve will not touch the Team Fortress IP when they're working on Deadlock. Like, I don't know why people took that... So, like, when Valve... Like, when you code, right? Because all of that stems from a line of code somewhere... I don't know what exactly, but like when you code, it's very common to recycle names and tags and variables. So like TF has been baked in to a lot of Valve's coding work for a very long time. And so it probably just came off as a convenience to just name it TF instead of defining an entirely new variable or an entirely new name. So it quite literally could be nothing, and it probably is nothing at all. So, I really cannot see Valve doing anything Team Fortress related ever again. Did any Primeval Warriors speak about the state of casual and Meet Your Match? There are some out there. I know there's some out there, but none that have a platform, because most of the people that have platforms started playing many years after the game launched, and the majority of TF2 YouTubers now started well after the game went free to play, right? And some even after Meet Your Match came out. So they have no point of reference, or they don't remember, or just don't care, right? A lot of them just don't care. Like, a lot of people are just indifferent towards where the game goes because they think the current state of the game is fine and nothing needs changing, what have you. And that's fine. If you're indifferent, who cares? I don't give a fuck. So... yeah. Half-Life 3 tomorrow, guys. It's coming out soon. No, it's not. I don't see Half-Life 3. Where is this even coming from? Like, do people think Half-Life 3 is actually going to be released? I just don't believe it. I don't see it happening. I'm not informed, so I don't know what they're basing this speculation off of, but I just cannot see Valve committing to a release of Half-Life 3. So, I don't know. Literally been canceled since 2008. I don't know, man. I got nothing. Yeah, Deltarune came out. That's a thing. I'll probably not play it. I've not played part 2, and I'm probably not gonna play the new iteration. I have to like make myself go out of the way and play other games. I probably should, because I liked part 1. So, maybe I'll do it at some point. Just haven't bothered. Do I actually like Atlas? Yeah, Atlas is very fun. I enjoyed that game quite a bit. It's very entertaining. It is good. It is a good game. It is a solid game. Highly recommended. No, Valve is not doing anything for TF2's 20th anniversary. Like, at most, they'll put, like, a hat in the game and go, like, thank you for 20 years! Like, they're not doing anything significant. They won't even acknowledge it, by my guess. Anything else I would change besides adding back Quickplay? A lot of things. Optimize the fuck out of the game. I should not be getting 60 frames. Sorry, 30 frames. Sorry, 20 frames. Sorry, 10 frames. I should not be getting frame drops of 60 FPS in a video game like this running on modern hardware. So that would be nice, is optimize the fuck out of the game, fix all of the bugs that have been in this game for years. That'd be great. Remove outlines around disguised spies. Why is that even in the game? Like, Valve just forgot Spy existed when they put that shit in the game, and I can't tell you how many times I've been screwed over by being seen by the enemy team just by being around their spawn in disguise. It's such bullshit. Just revert that immediately. You can keep the outlines, just don't have it appear on Spy. What the fuck? It's so stupid. Like, that's been in the game for a decade. And like, it's just been that way. And like, no one's bothered to like look at that and go, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Maybe we should fix that. So fucking stupid, man. Yeah, the objective outline is enough. There are so many, there's 11 other people on your fucking team. What information can you glean from that? Nothing really useful. The only useful information you get is when it reveals a spy to you. So dumb. Ah. Such bullshit. People still defend that to death. Only bad spies hang out near spawn. Yeah, well, people are there that... Listen, there are a lot of stupid people in this world. There are a lot of low IQ individuals that roam this planet. The get good argument, often thrown out there by people that don't have an argument at all. Thing is, they only added outlines because competitive players wanted outlines for improved spectating of competitive matches, but then for some reason Valve just put them in the game and turned them on by default. So like when you're in spectate mode, which happens when you respawn, you see all of the outlines of your teammates, but also disguised enemy spies, because they show up as being on your team, which should not happen. It's the only reason why outlines were put in the game in the first place. Yeah, that was in Tough Break. It was either Gunmetal or Tough Break when they did that. Like people who don't put ketchup on their hot dogs. Listen, ketchup on hot dogs sucks, and I will stand by that. I will stand by that. How's the TF2 got been doing? I have no idea what you're asking, I'm sorry. Was it gunmetal? Was it the gunmetal that had the outlines? I don't recall which, but see, barbecue on hot dogs. Barbecue on hot dogs, that would be. Barbecue sauce on hot dogs? Ooh, shit, I might have to try that. Get some Sweet Baby Ray's on a kosher dog. Yeah, that'd be some good shit. That'd be tasty. I would do it. Chocolate on hot dogs. Be horrible. Ugh. Like, the whole salty sweet thing, I understand that, but putting chocolate on a hot dog, like a dessert dog, sounds awful. Being critical about hot dogs, what about hamburgers? No, burgers need sauce. Not ketchup, not mustard, they need sauce. Some kind of good sauce to go on a burger, man. And you can mix ketchup and mayonnaise and make a pretty good sauce just by doing that alone. But not just... just straight ketchup is an insult to a good burger patty, I'm sorry. You gotta have a good sauce. Something like that. Cheese sauce, like cheap, shitty nacho cheese sauce? Ugh. Oh, no. Hell no. Nasty ass cheap nacho cheese sauce on a fucking good ass burger. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're like goddamn lobotomite? Opening up a fucking giant can of like Rico's cheese and then dumping that on a perfectly good burger? Fuck no. Ugh. Make your own like from scratch cheese sauce with like butter and cheese and then that's and like cream and you can get away with that. But like a can of that shitty nacho cheese shit that you get at a fucking football game? No, it's nasty. For the 20th anniversary, TF2 will get the heavy update and Quickplay back. Emporium will be blacklisted from ever submitting workshop items again. We can only dream. We can only hope. We can only hope. Gummy bear sauce? Oh god. I mean, you could melt down gummy bears, but then that would just be sugar and melted gelatin. Blech. No. No. Any cheese that isn't solid is a biohazard? I mean, yeah, if it's not solid, it's not cheese. Cheese is inherently solid unless you melt it. It's the only time when it's acceptable for cheese to not be solid. Liquid cheese is not cheese. It is a pasteurized cheese product, like Cheese Whiz, which is an unholy abomination that I will happily eat if presented with. It is tasty, but it's mostly oil. Cheese Whiz is mostly oil. Peanut butter and jelly hot dog. Oh god, it sounds awful. What the fuck? I mean, you can do like a banana and peanut butter and jelly and like a soft roll of some kind. That could work, but not like a beef hot dog. That'd be kind of gross. Listen, American food is scary. I completely agree. American food can be certainly terrifying at times, and I do not blame foreigners for not understanding the great and holy legacy of common American cuisine items, like Cheese Whiz. When I go to festivals, I take a box of Ritz crackers and Cheese Whiz. Man, I have not had crackers and Cheese Whiz in a very long time. So I'd also buy like some cheap salami to go with that too. Ooh, shit. Maybe some Triscuits? Triscuits and Cheese Whiz and salami? Oh. Yeah, I'm getting fat tonight. I might just go have that for dinner tonight. Salami and Triscuits and Cheese Whiz. Ooh, my inner fat kid yearns for the slop. I need it. I need it. I need the salami and the cheese. Oh, it just sounds right. And I'll get the rosemary and olive oil flavored Triscuits that are really salty. Yes, it's so good. Might have to do it. Fucking Triscuit and cheese mukbang. Oh, Lord. As a kid, I yearned for the slop. Oh, God, the fucking Minecraft movie. Don't even get me started. It's such a horrible film. Thoughts on salt and vinegar chips? They burn my mouth. I like the flavor, but they burn the fuck out of my mouth, so I don't eat them. You don't know what Cheese Whiz is? Let me educate you. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Cheese Whiz. A delicious and holy product. Unique to America and probably Canada and maybe Mexico. But definitely just America. It is a... it's awful. It is awful. Like, it is just a jar of shitty cheese product. But it is, it's good. This one's light. Less calories, probably. Any healthier for you? No. And this shit's like mostly oil. You know? Get the ingredients. What's in Cheese Whiz? This is not about TF2 anymore, I'm sorry. Yeah, first, milk, whey, sodium phosphate, milk fat. Contains less than 2% of salt, whey, protein, concentrate, skim milk, mustard flour, lactic acid, Worcestershire sauce. Tamarind, natural flavor, cheese, tamarind, really? Cheese culture, sorbic acid is a preservative, annatto, and oleoresin paprika for color and enzymes. Everything a growing boy needs. It's very oily. You get oil separation with Cheese Whiz. It's certainly a choice. I can feel the bile rising into my mouth by just looking at that. Pass me a straw. Oh, it's so nasty. Oh, God. If I tried Philadelphia Philadelphia sausage and chipotle dip, ooh, that sounds really good. Because, like, cream cheese, Pello, right? You know this by just saying that. Cream cheese acts as a really good base. A really good base for making dips. A really good one I had recently. It was like cream cheese, sea salt, cranberries, and walnuts. Oh, fuck. That was good shit. It makes sense, and then something else we do, something else that we like to do, is we make like a meat pie where the shell is made out of like hamburger meat, and then we mix cream cheese in mashed potatoes, and that acts as like the filling, and then we top that with cheese. That's good. That's some good shit. I love cream cheese. Cream cheese frosting on cake, in general, is just the correct choice. There's only two correct choices for frosting. Cream cheese frosting, or the really, really shitty, lard, thick, dense, fucking crusty crystal sugar frosting you get on a Walmart cake. Oh, it's so good. I don't care that it's awful, terrible for you, the lowest of quality, but when they scoop that shit out of the buckets in Great American Cookie, fuck me, it's so good. I don't know what they do. It's like 90% lard. Oh, it's awesome. God. Delicious. If you don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, it's so good. Oh, this is my guilty pleasures, a fucking double doozy from Great American Cookie. It's 2 cookies with a thick slab of frosting in between. Oh, shit. It is so good. If you want to take a nap, if you need to take a nap, if you have insomnia and you need to sleep, buy yourself one of these, specifically the M&M variety. That's my personal preference. Buy yourself an M&M double doozy from Great American Cookie. You eat that shit and in 10 minutes you are going to be out like a light. The sugar crash will knock you on your ass. And you'll sleep like a baby. Best quality sleep you'll have had in your whole fucking life if you wolf one of these down. Just don't do it every day, otherwise you will fucking die. This shit has so much sugar. It's so bad for you. I have this like once a year. Maybe around my birthday. Nature's sleeping pills. Get me a giant fucking double doozy from Great American Cookie and oh my God. I'm in heaven. I'm a simple man. Quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That is a very true, that is a very thing that I can't say that. It's a very common saying that 100% rings true. If you're wanting to get to my heart, double doozy, M&M's, chocolate chip, I'll be your slut. I'm a slut for double doozies. So are these good painkillers? They make the voices go away. They do make the voices go away. I'm a slut for a good double doozy. Sounds awful, doesn't it? No wonder you love me after all the Hungarian bangers I stuffed into you. That, out of context, Gary. Sounds like dicks. A little bit. Just a little bit. Sounds like penis. That's the first thought on my mind. Not gay, by the way. Just a little bit. But Hungary's got some good shit. They got their desserts in order, that's for sure. But listen, Gary, when you come here, I'm force feeding you one of these. You will eat this. I'm gonna watch you slip into a fucking sugar coma, and then I'm gonna doodle with a Sharpie on your forehead. I like Snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle is good. It's not my favorite. Like, is there a cookie tier list? I want like a cookie tier list. Cookies tier list. Cookie Run Kingdom? The fuck is this? I want like cookie tier list. 54 types of cookies USA. Let's do it. Oh, these are like processed ones. Okay, I want to do this. I want to do it. Hold on. Let's do it. All right. We'll have an impromptu cookie tier list. All right, are we ready? Okay, so I've never had the Chips Ahoy Reese's. Nilla wafers. Nilla wafers alone. Just the versatility alone of a vanilla wafer. You can do so much shit with a vanilla wafer on their own. They're delicious. But you can do so many different dessert options, like a banana cream pie pudding thing. There's banana pudding. Oh my god, there's so much you can do. Quintessential, staple, delicious, heavily processed vanilla cookie. I love Nilla wafers. Kids love them. Adults love them. Geriatrics love them. It is a consistent staple through and through for all age groups. If you're not, even just fucking cookies and vanilla wafers and milk. Delicious. Amazing. These look like white chocolate macadamia nut. Honestly, I'm a sucker for white chocolate macadamia nut. I fucking love these. These are scrumptious. I love white chocolate macadamia. Another quick way to my heart. These are fucking good. That's about it. It's good shit. There's some controversy with white chocolate macadamia nut. I think a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why. Personally, I think they're fucking delicious. I love these so much. Oreos, I consider Oreo a very below average choice. I don't understand the fascination with Oreos. I don't like the way they feel in my mouth. I don't like the consistency. They turn into sludge. They get in your teeth. And they are bioengineered to coat the entirety inside of your mouth so the flavor hangs on your teeth. This is a deliberate choice, by the way, and a lot of heavily processed foods do this, where they're specifically designed to coat the inside of your mouth so the flavor stays in there, so your brain dopamine receptors keep getting the taste of sugar, so you keep eating more and therefore buy more and give them more of your money. And I hate that shit. The coating of the inside of your mouth thing, I fucking hate it. And they get all on your teeth, and it just, bleh. No, thank you. You can put Oreos into other things. Like you can make like an Oreo pie or like Oreo ice cream. That kind of works, right? That kind of works. Joey, listen. This is important debate topics here, right? We have very, very, very careful debates about the most important things in life, all right? Oreos, I can't put it in F, but they're not, if there are no other options, maybe I will eat an Oreo, right? Like, I'll still consider eating it if it's in D. F, no. Sand, fuck no. Okay. Chocolate chip. Also delicious. I have to put it above macadamia nut, though. It's rich. It's tasty. Oh, it's just so good. I love it. Chips Ahoy. Probably a step above an Oreo. I think Chips Ahoy are a step above Oreo, and this is assuming that it's just your normal default Chips Ahoy. Do we have, is like the soft Chips Ahoy here? Maybe? Do we have like the chewy Chips Ahoy? If it's like the chewy Chips Ahoy, then those are delicious. And those would go in C tier. But regular Chips Ahoy, not a fan. They're, again, if there's nothing else left, I will eat Chips Ahoy. Simple as. Why is my browser crashing again? Please don't do that. Hello? There we go. Famous Amos, C. Famous Amos has, they're denser. They have a lot more flavor than Chips Ahoy. They're smaller, they're bite-sized. I loved that. Loved them as a kid. They're kind of tasty now still too. They're just good. Famous Amos is it's just a consistent middle of the road, cheap processed cookie that ticks off all the boxes. I love them. They're just good. Honey made graham crackers. You're only eating these when you make s'mores, right? And typically if I'm gonna go out of my way to make s'mores, I'm gonna get a higher quality brand of graham cracker, maybe even like a luxury brand graham cracker, you know, something from like your fancy grocery store. But if you're just having the cheap, shitty honey made with Hershey's chocolate and marshmallow, then you know what? It gets the job done, but only in B tier, only in the context of making a s'more. If it's by itself, then I just would not eat these on their own. Like, there's no reason why you would be eating a graham cracker on its own unless it's going into a s'more. S'more, you know, B. Not s'more. You know what? For that reason, I'll average it at C. Because on their own, you're not eating these, but with a s'more, it's above average. Ooh, okay. Samoas are my favorite Girl Scout cookie. I know there's like wars. Wars happen. Are there other Girl Scout cookies here? There's a few of them. Not all of them, but a few of them. There are wars enacted over fucking Girl Scout cookies. Over what are the best ones, which ones suck. For me, it's the Samoa. You have the cookie base that's dipped in chocolate with the caramel and the coconut. Oh shit, it's a sugar bomb. It's insanely rich, but oh fuck are they good. You pop them in the refrigerator, you have them cold, maybe even freeze them. You freeze the Samoas. Oh man, oh. I'm getting hard just thinking about it. They are a quintessential cookie experience and they belong in S tier. I can't read what these are, but I guarantee you I've never tried them. Grandma's. Okay, Grandma's soft-baked cookies are a consistent delicacy. I'm not a fan of the plain ones, but like I'm just gonna have like an overarching Grandma's brand here. Grandma's soft-baked cookies are fucking awesome. They don't beat out the classics, right? But they are still certainly above average, and they are tasty as fuck. They're at every gas station here in America. Grandma's cookies are fucking everywhere, but they just taste really, really good. Consistent delicacy. These like kind of vanilla chocolate cookies, they're just, you know, they're average. They're just like a slightly better Oreo because they don't have like the same consistency as an Oreo. So maybe I'll put them top of D tier. I don't want to put them too high, but they're certainly better than Oreos. Oh, I love coconut. Oh fuck, I love coconut. Oh. Ginger snaps, A. I love a good ginger snap. I like buying the big tin of ginger snaps, right? The big tin, there's like 5,000 in there. I get like a stack of 20, and I just have those with some coffee or something. Oh man, I love ginger snaps. It's so hard to like not eat 50 ginger snaps. I love them. They are fucking delicious. It's a simple, thin, crispy ginger cookie. Oh, amazing. I don't know what gobs are. I'm not familiar with gobs. That's a new name for me. Not familiar. Oatmeal raisin, classic. I'm assuming this is just normal overarching oatmeal raisin. It is tasty. It is delicious. I'll probably put these above macadamia nut as well. Actually, no, I'll put them above chocolate chip because I love a good oatmeal raisin cookie. They are quite good. This is what I come for, not the TF2 streams or workshop reviews, food reviews. This is my shit. I am happy to entertain. This is the last thing for today, and then I'm done. I'm sorry, I kind of got sidetracked not talking about TF2. There we go. Chewy Chips Ahoy, right up into A tier. Yes, I could eat an entire box of Chewy Chips Ahoy. Whatever hyper manufactured garbage they put in those cookies to make them have the consistency of cookie dough, I don't give a fuck what it is. I will eat an entire box if it's put in front of me. Oh my god, I love Chewy Chips Ahoy. And if you really want to get sloppy, if you really want to get fucked up, you get the ones that are filled with fudge. They will fuck you up, they will knock you on your ass, but holy shit, they are so good. My god. Peak American slop, and they are awesome. Chessmen, I would say average. If I'm gonna go for a Pepperidge Farm cookie, Chessmen is not going to be my first choice, but with ice cream, Chessmen or coffee, delicious. I love wafer cookies. I don't care, this may be a controversial choice. I adore the crispy wafer cookies. You could present me with a pallet of the Neapolitan flavored wafer cookies, I will eat the entire thing. I will eat the whole fucking thing. I love them so much. They are delicious. I don't like Nutter Butters. I really don't like Nutter Butters. Never been a fan. They are dusty. It's like eating sawdust, you know? I would not rather eat sand. But Nutter Butters are just not that good. It is quite literal eating sawdust. If I had the option of eating a Nutter Butter or nothing, I'd rather eat nothing. I just don't like them. I don't like them. There are better peanut butter cookies available. I've never had, actually, maybe I did have the s'mores Oreo, but it's been so long that I don't remember the flavor. So, don't know. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is referencing a jam thumbprint. Not this specific brand, but a jam thumbprint, where it's like the jam sandwich cookie and then there's like the hole in the middle. Tasty. I love jelly cookies. They are delicious. Maybe not SS tier, but I'll put them like probably above ginger snaps. They are delicious. I love them. The s'mores Oreos are really good. I'll have to find them. What is this? I don't know what that is, so I'm not gonna rate it. Fudge Stripes, they're mediocre. I'm not. They're certainly above Oreos, but they're just. I'm not big on. I'm not big on the Keebler cookies. I've never been a big fan of those. Teddy Grahams are just for kids. This is food for children. They're small, bite-sized little things you feed to babies. As an adult, if I see you eating a bag of Teddy Grahams, I'm going to assume that your brain did not develop past age 5. Teddy Grahams suck, like goldfish do. If you're an adult, they just taste different. They are manufactured for children to get them addicted to carbohydrates and sugar, so they graduate to better options. Are the Twix, Mars, M&M, and Bounty cookies in here? No, they're not. I've never seen those, so don't know. Circus Animal cookies. These were a fun one when I was a kid. I'm gonna put them in C. They don't have a lot of flavor. They're just kind of vaguely sweet. Maybe I'll put them in D. They're not that good. They're just kind of vaguely sweet. I like the texture and the consistency, but they're just, you know, I'm not big on them. I've never had Grasshopper. I've never had the coconut version of the Samoa, so I don't know. I'm assuming these are just like Chips Ahoy, so I'm gonna put them next to them. These, okay. These cheap, shitty, soft cookies with the super thick frosting on top. Oh my god, I don't know what they put in these. It has to be crack. It has to be meth. I fucking love these thick frosted cookies. I could eat a whole box of them. Fentanyl, I don't know what they do. These are not dry. They're not dry and dusty at all. They're dense and they're moist. Oh, fuck, they're good. I adore these. So I like the other flavors. They're rated so high because they make other flavors. Like my local Walmart makes a red velvet flavor of these. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh my god, they're so good. Fucking red velvet soft frosted cookies is literally fentanyl for me. Oh shit, if I eat too many, I'll die. They're addictive. They are just so good. God, man. I've also had like a s'mores flavor of these. Oh shit, they're so good. Man, they are delicious. Yeah, they're like cake cookies. Yeah, it's a good way to describe them, is they're like cakey cookies. They're really good. A Vienna finger, like a normal, like, you know, or, you know, generally speaking, as the cookie, a Vienna finger is fine. I've never had the Keebler versions, but these are a reasonably tasty staple. I'm assuming these are like mint fudge stripes. I've never had those. If I'm gonna have an Oreo, if I am presented with an Oreo, I would much rather have double the stuff. And double stuffed Oreos probably go above the fudge stripes because I just like the shitty lard they put in the middle of them. I just like the mega stuffed Oreos more because I just want the sugar. You know? And that means I can ignore the crappy cookie and just have more of the frosting. So double stuff goes at the top of D. I have adored. Okay. Milano cookies, all right? Milano cookies. Let me spin you a yarn. Milano cookies have been a favorite of mine since I was a kid. I fucking love the different flavors of Milano cookies. The raspberry flavor, the orange flavor, the mint chocolate flavor. Oh man, they're soft, they're crispy, they have a nice give, they have a good mouthfeel, they go good with ice cream or milk or coffee. Oh my god, whatever they did to manufacture the Milano cookie, never change what you've done. It is fantastic. All of them are good. The plain ones are good. All of the flavors are good. Consistently some of the best hyper-processed cookies you could ever have. Delicious. Delicious. So good. White chocolate Oreos. Sorry, not white chocolate. Vanilla Oreos. I would actually rather eat sand. This is sand. Vanilla Oreos are just sand. They're terrible. I don't think I've ever met a single person that actually likes vanilla Oreos. They're foul. Horrible. I would rather eat like a scoopful of sand and just chug that down like water. They are disgusting. You like vanilla Oreos? You like sand. You like eating sand. They're nasty. Vanilla Oreos are the best. I have to kill you now. You're thinning out the gene pool with your flavor of cookie. I have to do that for the sake of preserving the sanctity of humanity's gene pool. You have to go. When the wars come and we're deciding people that are going on the front line, you're the first to go. Stole that joke, by the way. It's a funny one, but I stole it. But you're the first to go. Oreo eugenics. Shit. There's always a sewing kit in these, and never the cookies. They're just like your basic. I mean, these are just like your run-of-the-mill basic butter cookie, and these are okay. They're fine. Vanilla cookies are peak. Like other vanilla cookies are fine, but vanilla Oreos are nasty. Nasty. They're nasty shit. Yeah, like a good, I'll put them in B actually. Like a good solid butter cookie, it's a good staple. It's like on par with like the vanilla wafer in terms of their versatility. You can do a lot with them. They're just good. They're just good. I know I'm putting them in B. If I'm doing that, I gotta put Chessmen in B, because Chessmen are better than butter cookies. Biscoffs. Yeah, I've never been a fan. I mean, I kind of akin these to like spice cookies. They're okay. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't know, man. I'll just put them in C. I'll put them like around here. I can't put them higher than Famous Amos, but they're just okay. I'm not a fan of Biscoffs. Never had Oreo Thins. I've never had Swedish Fish Oreos. Pirouettes. These are fun. Pirouettes are good. They have a lot of different flavors. These are really good with coffee. I like these. They have like a nice good snap. I like the flavored fillings. These are fun. These are fun to eat too. Like if a cookie's not fun to eat, that docks it a point or two. I love these. The pirouettes are like the most fun cookie to eat. They're not the most flavorful, but the fun factor really bumps them up on the list for me. I love them. I don't think words can describe the bottomless well, infinite, deep well of love I have for the Fig Newton. I cannot express in English, Italian, French, Bulgarian, no man-made language or art form can truly depict my everlasting and infinite love for the Fig Newton. They are fucking amazing. And that's really all that needs to be said. They are delicious. Now I get why I don't have a girlfriend. I do, but Fig Newtons are great. They will forever remain at the top of my list. Pocky is hit and miss. Some flavors of Pocky are good, others are fucking terrible. It's really a gamble to get a good one. Like, the default chocolate is fine. The strawberry is, I would say, above average. But they have, like, so many other flavors that just don't really need to exist. Like, they have, like, a banana flavor. That fucking sucks. They have, like, a mint chocolate flavor that's also just kind of mediocre. So if I have to rate this with, like, I consider, like, chocolate and strawberry as, like, the default okay flavors, then I'll put them at C. They're not good. They have a fun factor to them, but I consider their flavor to be markedly worse than a pirouette. So I'm going to keep them in C tier. Alright? The cookie part is below mid, so yeah, that's a factor. Barnum & Bailey's Circus Animal Cookies are probably the most fun cookies to eat. And they taste really good. They're flavorful, they're fun, you never know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get an elephant, you're gonna get a lion, you're gonna get a giraffe. They're so fun, and it's always to your dismay when you open up the little box and the heads have been snapped off. I cry a little bit inside whenever I get a headless giraffe out of the Barnum & Bailey's Animal Crackers box. I cry. Because a piece of my soul has been destroyed. Because I like my cookies whole, like my heart. But they're delicious, they're good. I love these, they're fucking delicious. They're really tasty cookies. I had them with milk when I was a kid all the time. I love them, they're tasty. These, what are these called? I forget what they're called, but they're really good. Actually, I think these belong in, like, A tier. I like these a lot. These, like, soft, simple, bready cookies. I forget what they're called, but I like these a lot. They're really tasty. They go with, these are probably, like, some of the best to have with coffee. So I'll put them at, like, the top of the list. These are really, really good. Stroopwafels. I have a very polarizing experience with Stroopwafels. I've only ever consumed them twice in my life. And the first time I consumed them, I almost threw up. So, story time. I was flying... Where was I flying? I was on a long flight, I forget to where. I think it was New Zealand. And I was hungry. And I rarely eat when I fly, because I hate flying, and I get so nervous when I fly that I just can't put anything in my stomach. So I usually have alcohol or, like, sip water and chew gum or something to pass the time, but I just cannot eat when I'm flying, because I'm too nervous. So, but I was really, really hungry. It was a super long flight, like 14 hours. I'm like, shit, I gotta put something in my stomach. So I go towards the back, and some airlines have, like, a basket of snacks that you can kind of just walk by and pull something out if you want it, whenever you want it. You know, the flight attendants, like, you know, you look at them, like, it's not advertised or broadcasted that you can do this, but on certain airlines, like New Zealand Air, it was New Zealand, like New Zealand Air, by the way, if you want, like, a really good airline, even in, like, economy, New Zealand Air, they have their shit together. Some of the comfiest flights, some of the nicest flight attendants, consistently, they offer some of the best flying experiences I have ever had. They have their shit together. That aside, they have a snack basket. Again, not advertised as, you know, anyone can take from it, but if you go back there and, you know, you look at the flight attendant and they kind of give you the nod, they'll let you take something from it and you can go have it at your seat. I pull out a Stroopwafel because I'm like, oh, hey, what's this? I've never had it before. And I take it back to my seat, and okay, it had a really sickeningly sweet smell, and whenever you're flying at elevation inside of a pressurized cabin, your senses get fucked up, and so it smelled super sickeningly sweet, but I still took a bite, and I got through, like, a third of it, and I'm thinking to myself, oh fuck, I'm gonna throw up. But, like, I just chugged a bunch of water in order to prevent myself from throwing up. And it was just like, oh fuck, that was, like, it was way too sweet, the flavor was way too strong. And I almost could not keep it down. Then I had them again recently when I was on the ground, and they tasted okay. They're not great, but they're also not amazing, and I feel like my negative experience with them in the air is giving me some bias where I want to rate them lower. But I won't put them in below average, I'll just put them in C tier. I had the chocolate flavor. I had the chocolate flavored stroopwafel, and that was actually good because the bitterness of the chocolate offsets the sweetness in the middle, and that was actually pretty good. That was actually a tasty treat, if I had to say. Biscotti and coffee, biscotti and espresso, for that reason, are probably just below. I'm gonna put them below Samoa's. Good fresh biscotti with a shot of espresso. You dip it in the espresso. Fuck, that's good. God, that's good. Not a better, you know what? No, not a better cookie experience is to be had than banana pudding vanilla wafer delicacy, but biscotti with a shot of espresso. Oh my god. Yes. Frosted oatmeal cookies. These are kind of like on the par with Famous Amos. They're a good, consistent, you know, just okay, flavorful cookie. I like those a lot. Thin Mints are only good when you freeze them. If you freeze Thin Mints, these are amazing, but if you have them at room temperature, they fucking suck. These look like peanut butter cookies? A regular peanut butter cookie scores in this area with the macadamia nut and the double chocolate. Good, consistent one. Fortune cookies are not a cookie. M&M cookies are also in S tier. M&M cookies are my favorite all-time cookie. If you're gonna bake me cookies, make me M&M cookies. I fucking love them. And then these are all the same ones that you find in the box. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. There's my impromptu cookie tier list. Official, no others. Any other tier list is simply wrong. And you're a bigot if you don't agree. Sorry, you're a bigot if you don't agree. Thanks for making me hungry. I need to go to a store now. Off you go. Go acquire your sustenance. Yeah, this tier list had a lot of things that were missing too. Like there are other tier lists. This is like search for cookies. What? Okay. I've heard of this cookie run game. What is this? There's Hello Kitty. Good God almighty, how many characters are there? What is this? It's like a mobile game. It's a gacha. It has to be a gacha. Anyway, there's probably a better tier list I could have done, but that was the first one I found, so it just makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream there. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This was just me checking in. You know, just, you know, touching base as I work on this next video. And as I work on videos, I tend to stream less. I am gonna stream tomorrow, because I said I would eat Arby's on stream. I will have Arby's on stream, so be sure to join the Discord linked in the description below to know when I go live, and for when I upload. But that's it for today. Thank you guys. All of you are awesome. Thank you for listening to me ramble about fucking nothing for almost 3 hours. Very fun. Hope you guys are doing good. When the summer update comes out, I'll review all of the content on stream as I always do. Just gotta wait for it to arrive. Video about Quickplay is gonna be out as soon as I can get it done. I have to grind the fuck out of the game to get as many clips as I can of casual mode breaking, and that takes a lot of time. So bear with me. It might be a month or two before that's done. And then thank you so much for all of the donations. I don't know why you guys do it. You guys are insanely generous. You've given me your unrelenting and loving support is something I will never be able to fathom and fully understand, but you still do it out of the kindness of your heart, and I can't thank you enough. Other than that, stay frosty, and I'll see you all tomorrow.